this what you want to do to me, WWE? Is the goal to kill me? Is the goal to make Joe Cronin just be like, yo, I think I just want out of this world. You know, I think I just want to be done. You know, is that the goal, WWE? Is this thing even on? I don't even know. My headset's so jacked up. I've broken 4 headsets this year. You know that? That's a new friggin' record. You wouldn't know it, but I have. Is that what the goal of this was? I'm going to make some predictions right now. One of them is I may flip out tonight. I may snap. I apologize in advance for the childish behavior that will no doubtably happen at some point soon here on this review. You know, the road, I don't want to make this about me because just about everybody's sick and tired of Joe Cronin doing that, but I can't stop because I'm a narcissist. But, I literally, you all know this, but I literally gave the Road Dogg my commentary. I literally suggested commentators from Booker T's Reality of Wrestling. I did everything I could. I told Road Dogg about Travis Air Gordon, Flip Gordon. Sign the guy. He's amazing. You know, Road Dogg, you said he looked good. Never got signed, though. 2 months later, signed by Ring of Honor. I've been doing commentary for like 15 years now. And they just think it's funny to just bring in the ESPN guy. Let's just bring in the ESPN guy. He'll be exciting. He sounded like Mo from The Simpsons calling WWE Raw. He sounded like Jordan Belfort from The Wolf of Wall Street if The Wolf of Wall Street called Raw. Okay? I'm a big fan of Wolf of Wall Street because for years I did phone sales. And the way that I used to do phone sales, I would close and close and close, and I would just kill it. And they'd say, how do you do it? Why? How are you doing this? And, I always just felt I was weird, and I had a certain way that I did sales and that I did closing and that I talked to people. And then it was years later that I saw Jordan Belfort on YouTube, and I said, oh, my God, this is like the style that I would use. And I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't know this was a taught thing. And I found so much in common. So I listened to this guy. I know what he sounds like. The literal announcer on Raw sounded like the goddamn Wolf of Wall Street calling WWE Raw tonight. It was, I couldn't believe it. It was 3 guys. It sounded like 3 men doing a watch-along. It didn't sound like Raw. It sounded like a watch-along. A fucking watch-along is what it sounded like. With Byron Saxon and Corey Graves and this new guy all going, wow, woo, wee, ah, oh, ooh. I hope to God you guys have your DVRs ready. I hope you have your fucking DVRs ready tonight. I hope you're recording this locally on your computer, and I want to thank all the subs. And I know there's donations coming in, and I'm going to play them. Okay? Trust me, I want to play them. I want to take them. My family needs to eat. I got 3 kids. The ad revenue doesn't pay for shit. It's all you guys. You guys you're the sponsors. You tell me how long this show continues to last for. It's been 8 years now. You tell me. You're the sponsors. I don't get money from people because I'm too real. All right? These fucking companies are scared shitless of me. Fucking beardshave.com, they're fucking afraid because I called some guy a fucking dick-licking crotch sniffer, okay? They won't work with me. Fucking manlysoap.com, they won't work with me because they saw the video where I fucked a teddy bear, okay? So you guys are the only goddamn sponsors I have. But this, and what's going to happen tonight should be probably clipped, saved, and uploaded to the internet forever until the end of time. Because I'm going to go maniacal and break things. I know other times I don't announce that, I just flip out and things happen and, whatever happens, happens. I have this studio and this office that actually is still a mess because I haven't cleaned it up fully since the last time. Some of you guys see the commercials sometimes on the show, in the intro to the show, where you see all the TVs and it looks amazing everywhere. But then I had a leak in the house and we had some mold and I had to clean it out and I had to tear the whole thing down, and I just haven't had the heart yet to put the whole thing up and back together fully functional again. But you know what? That's why this is my playground, Bray Wyatt. This is my playground, Fiend and Alexa Bliss. If I want to break a door, bust a wall, I can do it because the Home Depot's just up the street and it only costs $9 to fix the wall. Okay? So if I want to have a little fun, I can have a little fun. And tonight, I predict having a little fun. Because this show has made me fucking insane. Okay? There it is. There it is. Look at that. Let's all look at the beautiful, what the set looked like. And by the way, let's sit here and reminisce about how this took years, too. If you guys go back to my reviews from 2012 and 2013 and 14, you remember I sat in front of a door in my mother's house, raising my kids, living with my mother and my wife while she stuck with me all those years because my single-paying job wasn't enough to get us the hell out of there. And only this YouTube channel and my other jobs, all combined with you guys, were able to get my family into a house after 10 years of saving. Okay? Dreams do come true, but they won't continue if you don't put the work in. And that's what WWE fails to care about, because the money is rolling in and they couldn't give a shit less. That's why in 1996 or 1995 they took the fucking water coolers. They ain't taking the water coolers now. They could literally have 300,000 fans watching and they're still rich. They're still rich. I could say this, that, and the other thing to Bruce Pritchard. Bruce Pritchard doesn't care on Twitter or anywhere else. He's going to be rich. Or richer than he's been in a while. Vince McMahon doesn't give a shit. He could sell $5 million worth of stocks tomorrow if he wanted to, just for fun. Think he gives a shit if 300,000 are watching versus 2 million versus 3 million, 4 million, 5 million? Do you guys remember when I used to rant about this show 7 years ago? And I was like, dude, at some point they're not going to hit 4 million anymore. They're not going to hit 3 million. It's going to get worse than that. Remember that? And people say, well, just stop watching it then if you don't like it. Ugh. And I said, well, guess what? The people have stopped watching. That's the problem. And they're going to stop watching, and more people are going to stop watching. See, this goes on every week. Every week, someone on Twitter says the same thing they said on Twitter 6-7 years ago on Twitter, because I watched some of my reviews from 5 years ago and 6 years ago, and it's the same fucking thing. Oh, if you don't like it, stop watching. And then somebody else says, I am stopping watching. And then the ratings come out and the ratings are down. And then somebody else on Twitter says, well, the world is changing. People aren't watching on cable anymore. The ratings don't matter. They're on like YouTube and shit. Oh, yeah? Then why are the ratings on other TV shows beating them? And why do ratings on other TV shows go up? If they don't matter. Why are there empty seats in the arenas over the last 4 years when there hadn't been ever before? Why did the WWE damn near sell out all the time, or at least 85% sold out at every show? But yet, 3 years ago, we started a trend of tarping off sections. Something we hadn't seen in quite a long time. The merchandise sales are down. The seats are being tarped off. And now we're in a pandemic when you should be extra creative and you do fucking nothing. This is the worst fucking post-WrestleMania Raw I have ever seen in my fucking life. In my fucking life. I could put a fucking headset on and commentate Raw and be more entertaining as two personalities talking to each other than these three fucking dipshits of fuck. You got fucking token douche guy white man Corey Graves. You got fucking Carlton Byron Saxon. And now you got fucking ass kisser from ESPN Canada or wherever he's from. Sounds like another Michael Cole clone. Fucking Tom Phillips, Todd Pettingale, fucking Aziz Asamalahala, and fucking Corey Graves, fucking Byron Saxon, roll them all up into a ball of bullshit and fucking throw it up in the air and kick it until it goes 100 miles an hour straight into Linda McMahon's pussy. That's what I want to do. Straight into fucking Linda McMahon's fucking pussy. I'll start a fucking fire down here and throw fucking water and shit all over my mixer. I'll set my whole fucking house ablaze and my whole fucking family ablaze and everything I care about ablaze because I can't stand this shit anymore. I swear to God, if you take Jake DeMarco's vision, Jesus Christ, I will bring you back to life myself, motherfucker, and I will bring you back Easter 2022, and I'll be wearing a bunny suit, and I'll be sporting a chainsaw, and I will fucking cut you and eat you live on Sunday Mass for the fucking 15,000 old fucks who still watch PBS. Someday, he'll come again. Oh, I hope he does. And I'll do it in front of Vince McMahon. I'll eat Christ in front of Vince McMahon. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Oh, and they're never going to hire you now, Joe. They never would anyway. They never would anyway. You want to play games with me, WWE? You want to play games with one of the greatest fucking announcers that's going right now on the indies for 15 years? I could be Bobby the Brain Heenan, but I'd be Joe Cronin much better than that. I could be your play-by-play guy. I could be your color guy. I'll be your fucking Huckleberry, motherfucker. You bring on these fucking three motherfucking sad individuals. Corey Graves with his fucking tweener comments that are lame and I don't believe them. Byron Saxon is exactly who you never want to be friends with. Byron Saxon is the guy at the party that sees the girl getting raped and goes, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. That's the type of person Byron Saxon is. And guess what? Corey Graves is the one to do it. And the new announcer, the new guy with his little fucking tuxedo thing from ESPN, yeah, I can't even say on YouTube what he does. I can't even say on YouTube what he does, but I know Vince McMahon will want a picture of it. I know that. I know that very well. Tony Khan, are you blind, brother? Are you blind, brother? Because this is where the big boys come to play. 60 million views on YouTube, and I'm nobody. 60 million views on YouTube. I saw Catman tweet out earlier the other day, oh man, 10,000 or 5,000 views. Oh, live concurrent viewers. Let me know when you get 20,000, brother. Let me know when you get 20,000, brother. I'll entertain these fucking people. If Raw can't do it, I'll do it. If Raw can't do it, I'll do it. What are you going to bring me to AEW so I can sit in the ring with that chump who's overweight with a broken leg? Oh, he's so great. Eddie Kingston can cut a promo. Eddie Kingston can cut a promo. The only thing Eddie Kingston can do is cut cocaine and sell it so his mom gets a meal. That's all he can do. That's all Eddie Kingston can do. Oh, I love my mother. I love my mother. Yeah, you sure do, you sick fuck. You're lucky that Tony Khan is paying that medical bill, because without Tony Khan, you hurt yourself on the indies, brother, you'd be selling a lot more than the white powder of God, brother. You'd be selling a lot more than that. I'm talking about sucking dick and selling angel dust. You nasty New York piece of trash, Eddie Kingston. And the WWE, they got nothing. They got nobody that can cut a promo in WWE. Nobody that can cut a promo in WWE. Cody Rhodes can't even win a title in AEW because he's too busy following around some guy with a BLM sign sniffing his asshole for the turds that fall out. Fuck this fucking company. Fuck WWE. Fuck Raw. Fuck everything. Fuck this fucking company. This is who you put on fucking commentary? After all my years at Killer Kowalski's, I fucking sat 10 feet and watched Sasha Banks train to be a wrestler. And I watched guy after guy after guy, including the fucking goddamn Viking Raiders, get a shot. 15 years I traveled to Atlanta, Florida, New York, Boston, multiple companies. And this cocksucker from ESPN just rolls in and gets put on national TV, and he sounds like a fucking twat. And did you call Drew McIntyre the Celtic Warrior? The fucking Celtic Warrior? You fucking idiot! The fucking Celtic Warrior? You fucking stupid fucking idiot! Fuck! Fuck you! Vince McMahon! Would you like a drink, Vince McMahon? Oh, that's some damn good shit. Oh, that's some damn good shit, Joe, let me tell ya. Yeah, it's real good, Vince. Oh, it's so good, Vince. Let me tell you something. Why don't you have a drink? Hey, Vince. Ha! Hey, Vince, why don't you have a drink, huh? There you go, have a fucking drink. Oh, it smells like your fucking shitty fucking ideas! Curse you to hell, Vince McMahon, you son of a bitch! You old son of a bitch, Vince McMahon! I hope you get herpes. I hope you get I hope rats infest your asshole. Jake, hello? Hey, Jake. Hey, Jakey. Oh, he's not there. All right, I'm going to be all right. I can't hear out of my headphones. I think I broke them. I think my headphones are broken. There we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear? There we go. Hey, we hear me? Am I on the air?
You donated
oh my God.
$50. I'm gonna take my dick out because you donated $50. You donated $50, motherfucker boy. I'm a rich motherfucker.
The guy on commentary sounds like he could be Pee Wee Herman's brother.
Janelle Banks! Oh my God! Oh my God, Janelle. Is my mic working? Janelle with $50. Oh my God, a drop. Look at that. I'm back from the dead. I'm awake. Is my mic working? Is my mic working? Hey, can anybody hear me? Oh, somebody clip that. Clip that.
Janelle Banks with a $50 bomb.
The guy on commentary sounded like he could be Pee Wee Herman's brother. Oh my God, yikes. Yeah, he had this weird, creepy, like rapey vibe to him or something. I don't know. It was bad, whatever it was. I'll tell you that. I lost my mind there for a minute. I'm sorry. I'm coming back to life here, maybe. Let's see. I just had to get that out, you know. I can't, there's no way I could do this show tonight without, you know, exploding. I mean, I had to get that out of me. I didn't know, you know, how much equipment we were going to break and lose, but luckily we didn't lose too much. My headphones are jacked up, but, you know, that's why I buy $20 headphones. Listen, I'll be all right. But it's like, dude, this was there's so many things to just be like, why? You know, and by the way, remember last night when everybody said, oh, all the new beginnings tonight, and there's all the, who said that last night? I want to wring their neck. Does anybody remember who said that last night? Who said last night that tonight was going to be all this new launching of stuff? Because I'm pretty sure it was pretty bad, you know? Pretty sure it was pretty bad. What the fuck? What the fuck? Who the fuck is calling me? Why the fuck is my fucking phone ringing? Oh, I don't know who's calling me. Oh, Jake's calling me. Sorry. I'm sorry. That was actually Jake calling me. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jake. It's okay if you call me. It's fine. I'm going to be okay. But no, it's just, he was probably trying to message me and then he called me by accident. He's throwing up right now. So Jake is throwing up. He's throwing up because he saw Raw tonight, everybody. Jake saw Monday Night Raw tonight. And I did too. And he's on the way. Why in the world? Why did Randy send this whole video to WWE? Why did Randy Orton say, well, the Fiend is no more, and we don't know where he is, and Alexa Bliss, we don't know where Alexa Bliss and the Fiend went, or where they went to. They're gone. Oh, that's weird, Randy, because we saw them on Raw tonight, both of them. Why did Randy Orton say we don't know where they are? Oh, we don't know where they are. They're gone. They're no more. They're disappeared or something. They didn't disappear. We literally just saw Alexa Bliss. And then later, and we know the Firefly Funhouse is coming up. So where did they disappear to? The more accurate thing to say would have been like, obviously some kind of turmoil or crazy situation going on between the Fiend and Alexa, whatever the hell that means or is. But I put that behind me when I beat the Fiend at WrestleMania, so I hope they eat each other, quite frankly. But now I can set my sights on something important, the WWE title. Why did he say we don't know where they are, or whatever it was that he said? Somebody have the fucking exact wording. Whatever it was didn't make any fucking sense. We haven't heard from them. We don't know where they are. The fuck are you saying, dude? We're all watching Raw where they're saying here they're coming up. They have 2 scenes. Wow, they're so missing in action that they've got 2 appearances, Randy. Did you know that? Did you know that, Randy? They've got 2 appearances on the show. Oh, Randy's leaving. He's got to go away. I don't give a fuck. He's still here. Oh, we can't wait for all the new beginnings that are going to happen after WrestleMania. And I'm not talking about hopeful fans saying things like that. They're like, oh, it's being reported that all this stuff is going to... Who gives a shit? You know what other report is a piece of shit as well? I'll tell you another report that sucks a donkey's dick hole. Here's another report. Oh, big report. WWE changed plans at the last minute or a day before WrestleMania. Oh my God, WWE changed plans a day before WrestleMania. Wow, I wonder what those would have been. Wonder they really ruined it or something. No, it would have sucked dick no matter what they did. If they did the other plans, it would have sucked. If they did these plans, it would have sucked. They did those plans, it would have sucked. They hire this wrestler, it's going to suck. They bring up this wrestler, he's going to suck. Because they fucking suck. They suck dick. It would be like if Ghostbusters, the female Ghostbusters movie that sucked, they were like, we're doing a second one. But this time, we're going to have Bill Murray's going to be in it, but he's going to reprise his role as Peter Venkman, kind of, but not really. You'll see. Whoa, this time, wow, they're bringing in him. Oh, and we're also bringing in a new character that you're going to love and making it more like what the fans want. Oh, wow, this will be so much better now. It won't be... I mean, dude, like, you can't fix this stuff. Look, I found a pile of shit on the ground, but it's okay because I put glitter on top of it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Ricochet's going to be amazing. Oh, my God, he'll change the game. How can you change the game if the people running the game are running it into a fucking building full of fucking child molesters? Okay, that's what this fucking company is, a runaway fucking truck into a building with child molesters. Okay, so that way when the truck hits the building and you got to get out of the truck and run away, you're fucking running from these psycho people as well. I mean, what is going on? Janelle Banks dropped $50. And she is the top donation. And I'm afraid to use text right now because I don't want to freeze the stream. So instead, I'm going to pin her to the top of the chat down there. If you want to donate, the link is down below, or you can super chat if you want to give Google 30% of your money. But if you want to give it straight to me, use one of the links down below in the description box down below. And Jake will be here in a few minutes. He's just puking his head off. And I'm going to play a donation real quick so I can get my voice back here.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. This show was great. New fresh voice on commentary. Raw is better than SmackDown because of Charlotte the Superstar. Viking Raiders are gonna change the game. Fresh faces in the main event. Stop being negative.
I really hope you're kidding, Spaz. I hope you're joking, dude. Because right now, that donation, I want to fly up to Canada and snap your ankles.
I didn't hear what he said. I'm waiting for it to pop up on the live stream. But hey, everybody, I'm sorry that I'm late. You know, usually I'm never late to these.
Oh, who cares? You're thrown up. We all know you're thrown up.
I'm just having a really hard day still, so it's been a rougher one. But
well,
hey,
this Raw made you kill you.
See all of Raw. I only threw up at the beginning of Raw. As soon as the moment Raw goes off the air, I get in the chair. I'm like, and that's when I have to go and get sick as could be. So.
Well, that's when it would happen, wouldn't it? I mean, did you see Raw? I mean,
I did, and I've been listening to what you were saying, and nothing made sense tonight. I know we say that so often, but this was, I thought the worst follow-up to a Raw ever was the one that I went to where Edge had to retire in 2011, and we had like just all these terrible things. We had that 5-pack challenge where R-Truth was blowing cigarette smoke into people's faces, stupid shit like that, like they were trying to make him this big heel. And like the big moment of the night was Jerry Lawler beating Jack Swagger because of their Michael Cole like feud. That was it. You know, I thought this is worse than that. This is the worst. This is the worst Raw after Mania of all time.
This will be the worst rated Raw after Mania. Wait till you see the ratings. The ratings tomorrow or whenever they come out, it's gonna say lowest rating for Raw after WrestleMania ever or since 1995. It's one of those. I guarantee it. Absolutely. I stand here guaranteeing you that this will be the lowest rated Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah, Jimmy, I got my bucket. No, I agree, Joe. It's going to be the lowest after Raw ever, sadly. And what's even worse than that is that they had no surprises in store. People always look for returns or surprises, or they have expectations for big things. We didn't get any of that tonight. And the one thing that I already knew about weeks ago, I mentioned earlier to several people today. I'm like, oh, I should have Joe make a story that the Viking Raiders are coming back tonight. But I don't want to be like that guy that ruins everything, and it might be a cool surprise to some people. So I told a few people. I told Matt the Misfit and a few others. I'm like, oh, the Viking Raiders will be there. And
I knew.
Lo and behold, they show up, and it's like, all right, that's cool. I'm glad they're back. But that's not like a huge surprise. I'm happy they're there. But this is a total like brain melting, flip out worthy night. I can't.
Well, I did it already for you.
I know. I was listening to you when you made perfect sense, though. Nothing they did made sense here. Mania was bad enough of a build, and then we got to Mania, and it was piss poor night 2, especially. Night 1 was pretty damn good, except for Drew not winning, which really made no sense because now who does Bobby Lashley face? Well, it's Drew again. So
yeah, and the rematch
all you did
tonight
was delay the inevitable, not in front of fans.
It's another rematch. After everything's a rematch. Like, I mean, Oscar
and
tonight
he'll get the title
rematch.
then. He'll get the title then.
You think so?
I absolutely think so. Just not in front of fans. So what was the point to any of that?
Oh my God! Again, not in front of fans.
And then the whole thing with the setting up the match with Matt Riddle in the beginning, I didn't mind Matt Riddle being like, oh, I want a title match, and him quoting things, and Bobby Lashley getting so frustrated. But he should have had a squash match here. This was a 10-minute match that should not have been as competitive as it was. This should have been lopsided and one-sided, like just a total beatdown of Matt Riddle.
I'm going to beat off to that picture later, just saying.
Matt Riddle should be. He really genuinely should be. I have twice. That's why I was late. I wasn't vomiting. But, all right, 7 times. Maybe 8. I have a problem. I put her face on Christopher Maloney's body, and then it's Pound Town.
Okay, relax. Let's
sorry,
calm down a little bit.
I go to that dark place and Goose Fraba. So far we have nothing, and Lashley beats the hell out of Riddle. Like, it is a lopsided match, but it's not this beat fest like I was expecting it to be. I mean, come on, Lashley should have destroyed him. They had their chance to present Matt Riddle like an MMA freak, and they didn't. They could have had him be someone that could be a contender to Goldberg, but they didn't. They just haven't presented him that way. He doesn't act like he doesn't care that he lost his title. It meant nothing to him. He didn't mention it tonight.
Right. I mean, he just was like, yo, my bike, man. I mean, I laughed again when he got his face smashed off the bike, and then why is Retribution?
But he didn't bring up the title.
Right. Right. Like, hey, you lost your belt last night. Why would you get a shot at the world title now, you dummy?
Yeah, but he didn't say like, oh, I want to get a rematch or what. Nothing. And even the opening match was a non-title match. So finally, Hurt Lock gets put in. He wins. Boring match, sadly, from these two. And, Riddle already has this bad lip bruise going on, and his elbow's all messed up. Now he's got this huge scrape on his forehead from this match, so he's all busted up. He needs a vacation. And then Kevin Patrick, the other new robot backstage, he was talking to Rhea Ripley, and it's not that I can't understand him. The way he talks confuses me. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
his Irish little accent.
It's the cadence in which he speaks. Like it flows so slowly and then quickly at times that it makes sentences not flow well.
I like him a lot better though than the women robots that they had. So I'll at least say that he's better than the women robots.
I liked Charlie Caruso better than him.
Well, I didn't, but okay.
Yeah, I mean that's my.
She was she should be in Playgirl or on I said she should be working for ESPN, and now she does. That's funny.
Yeah, you did. You called that.
Go to ESPN. She'll be at ESPN. I mean, because that's what she's like. She's not a wrestling announcer. The people that come from ESPN are too newsy and stuff. They're boring. They're not good enough. Vince always liked that stuff, but the problem is for Vince is when he liked that and had people like, Lord Alfred Hayes, they had more personality, and Vince was on commentary, or whoever was on commentary, JR, Vince, or going further back to Gorilla Monsoon. Those are all people that had personality on commentary. These people don't. Tonight it was 3 guys who sounded like they were calling it as a watch-along. It didn't sound like wrestling
did
commentary.
Feel that way. Now here's my question for you. This Adnan Virk gentleman, he's 42 years old. He's Canadian from MLB Network and DAZN and places like that. He's been a commentary member for TSN and ESPN for many, many years, as well as the MLB Network, and now sportscaster for WWE. I didn't mind him. Like, he wasn't bad, but he didn't work well with the 3 of them. When he was talking on his own at times, when it was just what he needed to get out and say what he needed to say, it worked. It was okay. It was a good opportunity. But then there were other times where the 3 of them felt like they were arguing amongst each other because they were overstepping one another so often.
Right. Well, they, it just felt like 3 fucking douchey type people talking. It wasn't that bad. It's just, it was just annoying. It didn't make any sense. It was chaos. It was one guy who sounded like, the new guy sounds like he doesn't really know all the wrestling moves, really, and he almost sounds like a mark calling wrestling a little bit. But then there were other times where
he's supposed to be doing play-by-play too, so he should know these things.
Well, but then then there were times though that he did sound good, but but at the same time, it's like, dude. But then Corey Graves was cringe as usual, and then so wasn't Byron Saxon, and so it was just terrible. It's 2 guys, Byron Saxon and Corey Graves, are not close to anybody. You run down the list, like Jesse Ventura, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Jerry the King Lawler, whatever. You run down the list, and those 2 guys aren't as good as any of those people. So you have a couple of 5 out of 10s on commentary. And now you have a new guy who doesn't know much of anything. The only thing interesting was that he didn't sound robotic like Cole. Instead, he sounded like a baseball guy calling wrestling. That's what he sounded like, which normally a wrestling guy is way more exciting and over the top. So having a guy who sounds like he should be calling swimming is like calling wrestling. Yeah, what was that? So I don't know what to tell anybody about this. This is just terrible.
And people saying like, oh, he's only been doing it for 35 minutes, early on. Give him a chance. Well, after 3 hours, I'm still not like fully judgmental.
Yeah, but I could jump on there. I could jump on there, and I would be better than that guy.
Oh, definitely. We know this. We've heard you cover things.
And so wouldn't the guys from Reality of Wrestling. So wouldn't JD. So wouldn't a bunch of people that I know. I mean, dude.
I think I'd manage to get through a night with it, in better mental condition. But for one night, sure.
But that guy, and what I heard was that Tom Phillips has COVID. Michael Cole had scheduled time off or something, so he definitely couldn't be here. And so with all that going on,
Tom Phillips does not have COVID. What it is that he had an issue with COVID-19 protocol during Mania weekend, but he does not have COVID-19 himself. He's being moved to the new host of 205 Live. So he must have done something to tick somebody off, because he basically got demoted from Raw to 205 Live.
Wow. And
now he's going to be removed from certain projects and moved on to other WWE programming on Peacock and Performance Center projects.
Oh, my God. I mean,
he's still listed as the senior manager of on-air talent. That role hasn't changed, so he'll still be around WWE. But his Raw spot got swapped out for Adnan Virk. So he definitely did something to get switched out. I don't know what happened, but something happened.
And I like Tom Phillips, but, he just sounds like a regurgitation of Michael Cole, And I think I might have lost my voice and blown my throat tonight, screaming.
I don't blame you. I mean, I didn't even have my camera on before just because I'm wearing this stupid eye patch the doctor said to cover my eyes. So
Hardy.
I fit with the pirate theme. I was like, I got enough to be teased about. Let's go for it. Hey, yar. Yeah, I did order an eye patch, though. They said it'll work. They said to avoid surgery, try and not use the eye for as long as you can.
Because the swelling will go down potentially if you don't strain it?
Yeah, they want the tension and swelling to alleviate as much as possible.
Did they say pot would help it?
They say what?
Did you ask them if pot would help it?
They said I can continue smoking medical marijuana. It certainly will
did
help
they
with
say
the pain
that
and discomfort?
I wondered,
because it gives you bad headaches, so it helps reduce the headaches.
Yeah, man, I just wondered if with the eyes maybe it would help vision. Usually it helps with vision. I heard that. But maybe not. Janelle Banks, thanks for the $50.
Did you just donate to Joe? Did you just donate to Joe?
Occipital-neuralgia, I think it's called.
Oh, and because you donated.
Well, I mean, man,
I'm going to feast.
I hope you get your vision back because this is crazy.
In the bunghole.
You'll be all right.
Whoa, 33-33.
Big Dave chiming in.
I need you to rant because I can't. I opted to watch American Idol because I knew this was going to be horse shit. Vince, go fuck yourself with your peacock money and leave the wrestling business. You ruined it.
Well, Big Dave, you got what you wanted because I went on a 15-minute raging rant to begin the show, and I busted a bunch of shit, and I broke a bunch of shit. And if you missed it, just go back to the beginning of this video and enjoy because I tore this fucking place apart. I broke my headphones, and I busted a bin. I busted my lights, and I smashed the door, and I think I blew my voice out. So go enjoy that. And then for some reason, I attacked Eddie Kingston. I don't know what that was about. I like Eddie a lot. I don't know. Just went after I don't even know. I think I wanted to go after the only person I thought that could cut a promo on me too.
Shit bomb.
I guess. Thank you, man.
A shit bomb.
$33, man.
New commentator better than Tom Phillips. Not bad.
Alex Oli, thanks for the $2. I mean, so that's the thing is part of him I did like. I liked part of him, but the part of him it's not there. He's not the guy. I can already tell. He's just not the guy. He's not the guy. It's very evident to me. And I don't know what they think. I don't know what they're thinking. Oh my God, Jake, you look like fucking Solid Snake.
Pliskin, maybe. Either or.
So now you got to wear a mask and then the mask over your eye.
Yeah, exactly. If I go out, I ordered these 2 for $5 eye patches that are like really, really small, and they seem like they're going to work pretty well. So,
I hope you don't tell me to make make fun of you again. So I
know, God forbid, you'll get torn apart.
I'll get in trouble again from people.
I don't want to get you in trouble for trying to have a sense of humor about things. God forbid you try and take a little humor out of me getting gorked.
I know. It's crazy.
Looks like really, this is just a cover-up. I broke into my neighbor's house and stole her panties, and I'm wearing them on my face, and I just keep getting to turn them and sniff them.
Yeah,
and that's why Raw was so good.
You want to hear something really funny? The other day, I was watching WrestleMania, but people kept sending me all these links and these messages to stuff, and I was like, I'm not gonna, dude. I'm fucking leave me alone. And so then I listened in for a second at somebody talking somewhere, and I was like, it was like this guy, right, for like couple hours, like just somewhere on like Twitter Live or whatever it was, and he was just burying like they were just burying all these people and me and burying me and other people, and just like I got this voice audio sent to me, and then one of the guys is Bodark, that guy Bodark, he's like crazy, yeah. And so he was just shitting on me and shitting on people, and then like I guess it was like an hour later, he was then threatening our alien friend. He was threatening him because the alien guy was talking about him. And then he was like, don't talk about me or my family or all like shit can happen to you and stuff like that. And he was like, you don't talk about me and my family. And so I'm like, so I thought it was funny that this guy like spends his time laughing at other people talking shit about like other people and like really bad stuff about people too. And then even he himself saying just horrible shit that's stupid. And then when someone talks about him, he's like, I'll kill you, and I know people that can hurt you and stuff. And it was like, I was fucking dying. Because I was like, man, I fucking got this audio of me trolling the guy, and I'll play the audio. I'll monetize this or something.
That's so really funny.
It's really funny.
My God, go back to that screenshot really quick. She
right
looked
there. What do you
so
think?
hot tonight. I mean, that's like goth fantasy 101 right there. Like when she
Yep.
first in 2016 started doing the horror icons, remember she did the Freddy Krueger look and then she did the Harley Quinn look before it was like super famous and everywhere and everybody did it. She did it first. And I was like, damn, that's so nerd chic, badass. Like she knew who she was thriving towards. She had a good simp audience. She was smart about it. But this look goes with the character. It's hot. It looks great.
Oh, dude.
I like this look. I don't like the young kid overall look. Like I like the bondage. That look, that's better. When she has the dress and she looks like a younger child, no, that doesn't work.
Stop saying younger child. It's terrifying.
Well, that's how she's presented on the.
I know.
set
It's every time you say it though, it's tearing. It's flipped me out.
It's ripping you apart, isn't it?
I mean, this is really creepy. You're creeping me out right now. Actually, this is very strange.
I'll tell you with my good eye, it's creepy.
Well, I gotta say,
it sucks of all this too. That this eye is my bad eye of all.
Oh, really? So your bad eye works?
My right eye and my left ear are the ones that work less than stellar. So.
Well, I think if I come down there and come on your ear and eye, I think I can fix that.
That might repair it. It might be. It might give you superpowers too. So I'm down. I'll drive halfway and meet you at a motel.
Watch me. I mean, dude, I'm gonna have.
I'll get a coin-operated bed and a hot tub.
I'm probably gonna have a heart attack on this show tonight.
That would be kind of epic. Think about it.
It would be.
I'd have to call Leah and be like, "Well, do I call Leah and tell her to save you, or do I wait and get a bunch of
I'm not really
ransom
sure.
out of you first?"
Well, I keep getting these raging pains right in the middle of my chest, so I'm starting to think maybe it's happening right now because I really did go up. My blood pressure must have gone crazy.
That's you know what that is? That's anxiety. I had the worst anxiety attack the other day too. I got put on medication for anxiety again because for the past 12 days I haven't had them since a teenager. Not since my father tried to kill me have I had these bad anxiety attacks, and now it's been constant.
So you're like me now because I have them every day.
Yeah, can't shake them. Stupid thing of what do you want for dinner? I was like, you guys pick. I'm not eating. I can't make a decision. But sounds insane.
No, I'm with you because that's happening to me now, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. I signed up for one of those psychiatrist things because I think I need Adderall and anxiety meds.
Yeah,
and
the medication definitely helps.
I don't use medication ever. I don't have nothing. I signed up for one of those things, and then they charged me $80, and I went, "What the fuck?" And I had to call them and give me my money back, and because they were like, "We're not going to give you the drugs," and I'm like, "Dude, I think I need something for my anxiety." And I've never had. I hate drugs. I don't use them. And they were
this
like,
is not a constant plea, but they always treat people like drug seekers, anyways. So
yeah, dude, I'm full blown fucked now too. So me and you are on the same page with that. I don't know. Well, maybe not the same, but
well, anxiety is very, very difficult to handle. I went to the very first therapy appointment. And she's like, "I think I figured out what your triggers are. I could really sense you have some severe PTSD that came up. We'll talk about it at your next appointment." I'm like, "Excellent." An hour before my next appointment, she calls me and cancels because that portion of my insurance won't pay to cover it. Yeah. And then I had to pay for the first appointment out of pocket before I can get clearance to go for surgery. So it ended up costing me money just to get, it was a nightmare.
It's also like a Raw. It's like she goes, "Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what your triggers are. I figured it all out. We'll talk about that the next time." It's like, oh, the next time. That's how they get you.
You caught my segue. So that was pretty much it, But we get Bobby Lashley beating up Riddle for no purpose at all. It didn't do anything for Bobby Lashley. It didn't do anything for Riddle. Just like all of Night 2 of WrestleMania did nothing for anyone. The Viking Raiders, cool that they're back. Maybe they'll get a push out of this, but the Raw tag team titles are pretty worthless. AJ and Almost have them. That would be a cool match against the Viking Raiders. That's kind of your best bet as big guys go, and they're talented. It's great to see Ivar back since his neck surgery. August he had that, September, maybe even October, somewhere around there. So he returned still pretty quickly.
Yeah,
he went through a lot with that surgery. Ivar did.
I'm actually pretty surprised. I thought he was another 2 months away.
Yeah, at least. So hearing that he was coming back and that he was dressed on the stage last night was a shock. And then Charlotte, making her entrance and everything that she said was just
awkward.
So ridiculously awkward, Joe. It was painful to listen to.
What was that?
She sounded real, but then she sounded sadistically spoiled and entitled at the same time. Like she sounded so beyond selfish. It was unreal, and that no one could ever relate to her at all.
She sounded like one of, I thought she kind of sounded like one of my promos.
Well,
I'm not even
no,
kidding.
not really, because she's like, I wasn't at Mania last year, but I have been at the past 5, and I've even main evented this one, you know, and it's like, so you couldn't miss just one to give someone else a chance, and that was, she's like, it's not my fault that my father had to act like a fool, and that Lacey Evans had to be a whore and get pregnant, and that it's unacceptable I wasn't at Mania. And Asuka, I challenged you, you never responded, and then the powers that be kept me away, and you know, I should have been smiling and having my night, but instead karma's a bitch, and I am that bitch. And any fan at home that thinks I steal opportunities from your favorites, no, I make their opportunities. And if it wasn't for me, they never would have had a chance. Sorry,
None of
Charlotte,
it made
but
sense.
That's bullshit.
None of it made sense.
Opportunities.
But it didn't make any sense. Like, I mean, like even if that's the point to make you mad that she thinks that and it's not true, it went on for way too long.
It went on way too long, and it doesn't make sense. Like a great heel is a heel that is right, that you can believe in and be like, damn, maybe even though they are doing evilly dastard things, you know, like you know, stuff that's beyond moral code, taking the low road. You know, they're kicking babies and swearing and things of those natures. You're like, oh, those are bad guys. But every now and again, their message is righteous. It makes sense. With this, she makes no fucking legible sense whatsoever.
Why didn't she just say, like, at WrestleMania, you know, Rhea Ripley, you got an opportunity to do what I would have done if I was there. You're lucky that you weren't facing me for the title, and you're lucky that I wasn't in the match, because I would have won if it was me versus Asuka.
Her exact words were, bow down to your 13-time champion and enjoy the title match that I should have been in, because if I was, you wouldn't have won. That's what we get. No humility, no charisma, no, you know, nothing, no tranquility. There's nothing there that represents any form of decency. And she's supposed to still be a face heel.
But why does she have to be decent?
Because she's still supposed to be a face at this point.
There's no way she's a face. No way.
That's the problem, is how she's booked. I'm telling you right now, they have her as a face.
I mean,
I know I sound crazy, but internally she's listed on the face side of things.
I mean, her teeth are very nicely remade.
Shit bum.
It's nuts.
Fuck me,
I'm
Daddy.
telling you.
Oh my God, Sasha's mouth blood is back. Sasha's mouth blood coming in with a $5 shit bum. What's up, Sasha's mouth blood? Holy shit. I missed those donations from Sasha's mouth blood. 4 years of...
I do too. Yeah, the Aleister Black. When I originally got on the review, I was going to say, come pick a fight with me, but...
Oh, I hope Aleister Black gets the hell out of this. I never want to hear his name again. Get him out of this company, even if
if they don't give him something stellar, then just let him go.
He doesn't even have the right music anymore. Just get rid of him. He's worthless. Oh boy,
yeah, I mean, did they really have to have her say bow down to everyone? And I know they always, it's like, I'm the queen and royalty and whatnot, but with Flair being like, I'm your 13-time champion, everyone needs to bow down to me. So she's trying to make a point saying, like, karma's a bitch, but then she's saying you're all gonna bow. It just didn't work. It was such a contrast.
Like all those single
things. It was very
things,
hypocritical.
No, it was like
bland.
She just threw out every heel thing to say. It made no sense, but there was no real reason behind it. See, I don't really have a problem with the individual
like Jimmy
things.
Said, payback's a bitch, not karma.
Yeah, karma's a bitch. I'm the bitch. Like, what are you saying?
What are you saying?
That's more like what I came off of. It was like, it's not heel enough because I don't know what you're saying. It was just all over the place. I liked the camera angle. I like what she was wearing. I kind of liked that she didn't sound quite as robotic than usual, but she was it was too long. It like went in circles. But
up until this point, until tonight, she was supposed to be listed as face until later on when she finally attacked Asuka when the match happened. That was essentially supposed to be her official heel turn. Like, that was the definitive turn for her. Because when she was challenging Asuka, she was just before that Asuka's tag partner. Remember? So it
Yeah.
wasn't like she was doing this out of spite or anything. It was supposed to just be like this competitive challenge. She's honestly not been labeled a heel. I see what you're saying, Bird Firebird, in the chat. I agree. You know, she totally should have been. You know, but I agree what you're saying. It just doesn't make sense. He said, I disagree, Jake. They pumped in booze for Charlotte once she attacked Asuka. Of course, once she attacked Asuka during the match for Rhea Ripley versus Asuka, that makes sense. That was supposed to be her heel turn. But before that, she was being cheered because she was still a face. And this promo as a face made as much sense as fucking warm tapioca pudding and that you leave it out in the sun.
She's a boring heel. The problem is she can't be a face because nobody likes her, and she's a boring heel. That's her problem. She's pretty good. She's good in the ring, but she's a boring promo, and she's a bad heel. It's not very good.
She's a terrible face. She's a decent heel, but she's a bad promo regardless. She's better as a heel, but she's good in the ring. She can deliver stellar matches. We know this.
Yeah.
But the problem is she lacks storytelling in the ring, too. Her selling is not always up to snuff.
It's funny because, like, she's not quite like Rick. You'd expect her to
She's not. She's lacking that dramatic flair.
You become a shit bomb.
Whoa.
Adnan Kirk is literally Michael Cole in 1998 without any assistance from Junior or Jerry Lawler. Also, Vince should have just let the Firefly Funhouse set fall on Bray's head and kill him because that would be merciful now.
Wow.
2/10.
The Soundwave 92 with a $20 super chat party. Thank you, Soundwave. And yeah, they should. Jake, what did you think about what I said earlier with Randy? He's like, where's they're gone. We don't know what happened to them. And yet they're advertised
and
all
yet
night.
they're still there. And he's like saying, well, I don't have to deal with them anymore because I got rid of them. Well, no, you didn't. You didn't do anything. I mean, Braun didn't really eradicate Shane. He beat Shane, but nobody had a stake of the claim to the title really except for Drew.
And by the way, it came true.
And Drew got beat. You could say that he got a distraction from MVP, but really he got beat clean anyways. So
I just want to pat myself on the dick because when people were excited about this main event, not most of you guys, most people here knew this was going to be actually, I got to be honest, a lot of us really did think something good was going to happen, but because what we kept saying was the height of this whole thing, the best thing they did was that fire match, that Inferno Firefly thing, and it was like, okay, how are they going to beat this?
Okay, I can honestly tell you now, this is what I heard was supposed to happen. So Bray Wyatt comes out of the Jack of the Box. When he comes out, flames rise out as he comes through the Jack in the Box. Comes up as the Burnt Fiend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Burnt Fiend jumps, starts to attack Randy Orton. Is still on fire, mauling Randy Orton. Randy Orton throws him off. He rolls out underneath the ring, rolls under the ring. Smoke appears from under the ring, and then up comes the Fiend resurrected. That's Bray.
Okay.
So Bo was going to play the one that came out of the Jack in the Box.
Right.
There was going to be, when they had Alexa set off the pyro to distract the Fiend, that was supposed to be an FU essentially to AEW in a way, but they were going to have more of a gigantic, huge explosion right in front of something was supposed to like explode out of the Jack in the Box and injure Randy Orton. And he was supposed to get written off TV for a small portion of time for him to have a vacation. And this was going to lead to Bray Wyatt versus The Fiend coming up.
Like the Undertaker versus Undertaker kind of. Or Kane.
Essentially, because the story right now that they're trying to tell is that Alexa's too strong. She's become Sister Abigail. And as Sister Abigail, she's going to go ahead and be able to... it's weird. Like, I'm not quite sure why she would turn, but I guess just because she's become too powerful and she has
You
too
think
much.
they bailed on all this because basically Randy was like, I'm taking time off, and they were like, fuck, okay, well... Because that's what I thought.
That would have helped him if he took time off. Because after the match, Bray Wyatt posted an image of Samson and Delilah, and that's a Bible story. And with that Bible story, what that's about is Delilah finds the weakness through Samson is his hair. So she has his hair cut, and he's no longer super strong and able to fight back, and he's imprisoned. But finally, he hides his hair goes back, and he's able to destroy and kill everyone that wronged him. So it's basically Bray saying, like, Sister Abigail wronged him, and he's going to get his revenge. That's the point of the Bible story here. So, I mean, there is layers and interest to this. But I knew it was Bray last night dressed up, because when he did the Brody Lee, yeah tribute there, that was Wyatt's voice out and out. Bo and Bray have very distinct sounding voices. That was Bray Wyatt. Yes, it was slimmer, but the chest protector they were using for the outfit was also form-fitting and made him look slimmer. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So I think the point now is they had two versions tonight. They had Alexa Bliss's Funhouse. They had Bray's Funhouse. And the conclusion to both was, we're not getting along. We have a difference of opinion. That's really what it all comes down to.
That's what the whole story is. We just don't agree.
Well, Bliss is saying that she is the deadliest species because she's a female, and she unlocked something truly evil. And she pointed to the doll next to her. I couldn't tell if she said Lily or Billy. I thought it was Lily. And she said that this is our fun. It's just getting started. Well, we said a few weeks ago that Alexa Bliss was supposed to get a mask herself. I think she's going to get a mask that resembles the character of the doll that she had there, because the doll came to life really quick. And I think we're going to see the Fiend versus Lily or Billy or whatever. I think it's Lily. I think that's going to be, I sound so high, but I'm telling you, this is true. I think it's going to be Lily versus the Fiend.
Oh, what?
So Alexa Bliss versus Bray Wyatt, but it'll be Lily versus the Fiend, intergender, which will then lead to Bray eradicating the Sister Abigail demon inside of Alexa Bliss, and then Lily will be gone. And I'm sure we'll see Lily cause like a bunch of backstage antics and stuff. They're gonna, because we heard she had her own mask for a few weeks now. So Lily will screw everything up, and then Lily will be gone. Bray will beat up the Fiend, and the Fiend will be no more. They do want to have they don't have one yet, but they're trying to write an end game for this story. But I don't know why they didn't go with the original plan at Mania with the Bo and Bray switch and having the Pyro injure Randy Orton, because he was supposed to take a decent amount of time off, at least a few weeks. Maybe they didn't want him to or what, but they changed their, up until right before Mania, Bray thought he was winning.
Right. Yeah, I heard that too.
And I've heard that confirmed by several legitimate people.
Do you, I'm trying to think, because I've kind of lost almost all my...
I'm sorry, I broke your brain there. I read a lot of that shit today.
I don't really remember Raw already. Like, I don't know what to say about it. I didn't like the new commentary guy. He's not the guy that's going to save anything. Randy Orton
wasn't offensive to me. Like, his voice was a little awkward and annoying at times, but I preferred him over Vic Joseph.
I do prefer him. Well, I don't know, because he doesn't know the moves and stuff.
Tom Phillips. I think he can learn. I think if he learns.
But dude, this is Raw. What do you mean learn? What is wrong with everybody?
I know they should have somebody that knows what they're doing.
I'm not NXT.
Trying to argue that point.
Like, I mean, dude, like there's a million people on the indies right now that can call wrestling and it would be better. Why do we bring in a guy? What? Because he's from ESPN? Oh, he'll learn. What do you mean? He's on Monday Night Raw. Did Gorilla jump on? I'll learn. I mean, I just don't. I don't understand that. I've heard that from other people too, and I'm like, are you joking? There's like elite commentator people out there that can be doing this or giving a try, and you're giving this dickhead a fucking shot. Why?
You're not wrong, and I'm sorry, Gazamania. I didn't mean to break your brain and your bumhole at the same time. That was a lot to go through. Why would they want to get rid of the Fiend? Because they feel like they ran their course with it.
WWE managed to find someone worse than Mike Adamle. Charlotte gets a new face monthly like a period. No one missed the Viking Raiders. Bray's done. Raw is now WCW Thunder. I miss Triple H.
Listen, it's worse than that, dude. And let me tell you something else, Mr. Pico Boulevard. I was staring at Charlotte's face myself, and that's all I could think. Was like, dude, I can't even tell what new pieces she's added this week.
She looks so different. And I know makeup can do wonders. I mean, look at me and the mask I'm wearing. But I'm telling you, Joe, right now, Mr. Pico, eye to eye. I'm telling you, eye to eye. I miss the Viking Raiders. I liked them. I enjoy them. I'm excited they're back. So
A shit bomb.
I just hope they do something.
I like that they're here.
Scratch that 2/10 score. This show was a war crime.
The show was a war crime. Oh, my God. Soundwave, what's up, man?
I feel like it could have been so much worse. I mean, honestly, right away, we went through it. The Bobby Lashley match shouldn't have happened, at least not the way it did. The Viking Raiders was good. It was almost a 6-minute match. Good seeing Ivar doing well. He had some great moves in that match as well. He did that cartwheel where he knocks everybody down with a double clothesline. And then they got the Viking experience, and that was a thing of beauty, Joe. They hit that hard. Loved it. Real hard. Then we said everything about Charlotte being in the ring. It leads to Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. This was okay. Obviously, their Mania match was much better. You knew it was going to end in a no contest because Flair's on the outside waiting for Asuka. She comes and hits her from behind, and she drives Ripley into the ring post, and the referee calls for the bell for the interference, and Flair attacks everybody. The production team and all the audio guys turn up the boos as loud as they can, the fake cheers, to make sure you know now Charlotte is the heel. And then she mocks everybody. She's like, oh, like whining. It was a shitty match, a bad finish. I don't know why they had to have Flair do this huge promo beforehand just to lead to her turning face afterwards. It was a weird promo that was very stayed its welcome, very long. And then the match was so boring that it just, what a disappointment. They had a chance to tear the house down here, tear the Thunderdome apart, whatever you want to call it.
No, they didn't. Come on.
They really could have had an excellent match. I think they could have done better than what they did last night at Mania.
If it was AEW, they could have done good.
Yeah, because they need fans. We kind of proved that with Mania.
Well, that
they
and just
fans.
Nothing good happens in WWE. I mean, there's like no chance of that happening. By the way, speaking of something happening, the New Day tonight was. I have two things to say real quick about them. Their promo was ridiculously stupid, but the best part, which was a good part of New Day's promo, was the DMX shout-out, and then Elias's reaction when they started doing the DMX stuff. I immediately popped it home. I went, oh, that's awesome. But then Elias's reaction was so fucking hilarious right here. If you see his face, he's like, what? And here it comes. It's coming. Oh wait, where is it? He barks at them, Adam. And now Elias, right there, Elias does the whole.
Oh, no way, I missed that.
Oh my
God,
God,
catch that.
Look at this shiver right there,
because we didn't get there yet. But that promo actually wasn't bad.
It was actually okay. So
I think we're there. Let me get back to where we were.
Listen to this though.
We were on the Alexa Bliss stuff that we already covered about her supernatural stuff. So, yeah, we got Miz and Maurice and Damian Priest and all of that happened. Nope, the women's match. Let's see here.
What are you doing right now?
I guess it doesn't come. Okay, so it doesn't come until much later. It's the 5th match of the night. So they had their promo right before that, and I was trying to get to my notes.
Oh.
So every time Elias is hitting his guitar at first, you have Xavier Woods interrupting him with the horn. That was hilarious. I thought that was actually funny.
I didn't think that was funny.
You didn't like the trombone playing every time?
I was like,
he
oh
strummed?
no. I was like, I immediately started rolling my eyes like, no.
I mean, I already knew they were going to face off, so I was expecting the New Day to do something. And to me, I thought that was kind of the least offensive thing to do. It made me chuckle.
I wish it did because like I said, I liked that part. So if the rest of it had been good. But I don't know if I love or hate what happened because they were just so cracked out, the New Day. They were just saying this repeating these crazy fucking things in English accents.
Well, they were basically making like they had brain damage from getting the crap kicked out of him by Omos. They said that Elias was like, you guys got destroyed by the two of them got destroyed by Omos, and they're like, shame, shame, shame. Like they acted like idiots. So it wasn't.
But I've seen them do that exact thing. So I was like, oh, this again? Like they
and then they're like, you guys got beat by Strowman. So shame, 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 same thing. And then he said it's not about how Elias and Riker disgraced the tag team division. It's not about New Day. It's about how you guys disgraced the tag division, and that will show you what a real tag team, really looks like. And that's when the attack started, and they had a pretty decent match for the most part.
Their match though was pretty decent. That's the thing.
I liked it.
But look at this, Jake. I'm going to show this. I'm actually going to show this. I think I'm going to get away with fair use on this one. I think.
My dick?
Yeah, it's on Twitter. So
all right.
Hopefully we can look at it. But just watch Jackson Riker's little shiver here.
Hey, bro, you think this is a game?
Just,
you think it's a game? It's not a game.
that little shiver by Elias.
That's great. That's so good.
Dude, they barked at him, but they like Chihuahua barked at him. And
yeah, they did it lightly. It's a white boys can't jump thing.
But when I heard the DMX, I immediately knew what they were doing, and I went, "Oh, that's fucking awesome!" But then, as I was getting excited, Elias is fucking like, it just fucking cracked me, dude. I lost it. Yeah, dude, it was right. I don't know. Anyway, everything else they were saying though was psychotic. Like, I don't know if you like listen to their promo. Besides that, but I kind of, So my point is that I don't know what to think about this because they sounded so cracked out that I enjoyed that they were just fucked out of their minds for some reason. And I would say that this, even though like I didn't like it, at the same time I liked it. It was very weird. I don't know what to think, but so that might have been one of my favorite parts of the whole night, even though it was dumb. Like, I don't know.
It was just a cool tribute. If you knew what they were doing.
But not just the DMX thing, just them ranting with that weird shit they were doing. I was like, is this?
But all of it. But I'm saying the tribute, especially to me, was like a nice touch.
Yeah, for sure.
That really put it over the top.
Without that, I would have just said,
the match they had was good because Elias almost got hit with a Trouble in Paradise. He ducks it. Then he puts Kofi on his shoulders. And then Kofi slips back, gets the tag in. All of a sudden, Elias gets down over to his knees. And then they're on the top rope. And you get this huge double stop for the win. It was just a really awesome ending, crazy sequence. You're like, finisher attempt failed, into a roll, like into a pin, into the up on the turnbuckle, stomped on him. That was great. It was unexpected. It wasn't just, Trouble in Paradise done.
Yeah,
there was some good, decent drama to the end there. So I kept wondering that.
I kept wondering if New Day and them were sitting around in the locker room in the back, asking Jackson Riker if he's really a racist or whatever. And Jackson,
what can you tolerate?
I bet you. I wonder if Jackson Riker talks. If they're like, man, you got shit on for liking Trump, huh?
Mm.
I wonder because they're so against that I wonder if they get along in the locker room. That's what I kept thinking was like with this guy, and he's just a nice little Bible guy who likes is right wing Bible guy, and and their New Day's nice too. So I'm wondering if they're all back there talking about how, or if they just don't talk to each other or what. Because they're so different, like in their philosophies on Twitter and things. And, with all the controversy with Jackson Riker. So that's all I could think about the whole match. Like, I don't know why. I was like, I want to know what the locker room's like in the back. If these guys think he's a good guy or not. With all not that I don't. I'm just saying I know that everybody's so sensitive now and, certain people they don't like and they cast people out. And, I wonder if they cast him out.
Well, one thing that did bother me is I honestly wished that Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler didn't have to laugh at Mandy Rose slipping yesterday. Like, it was such a funny thing. Like, it's chuckle-worthy, but the way she fell, like, it wasn't overly hilarious. And it's not like, because she's a female. But it wasn't like this big comedic fall. The ground was wet. It wasn't like my hole or any other times we've seen. Like Lillian Garcia, when she fell, and tripped over the lighting post with the heels, and she tried to catch it, and then that was hilarious. People fall, it happens. Austin's done it. Everybody falls.
But Vince loves that stuff. He's obsessed.
Exactly.
With that
you look at Titus World Slide. That was the biggest thing forever.
Well, and you listen to not the rumors, but the actual stories of Vince loving to push people in the pool at his house, and people falling on banana peels. Like Bruce Pritchard's stories about Vince, purposely wanting to set up a wire so someone trips over it and he videotapes it. The guy's a fucking weirdo. So it's that. This is the stuff that he loves to see. He laughs at this Three Stooges
Yeah, he's always had that. He likes fart jokes and that type of satirical humor, and it's always that childish nonsense.
Does he like
but
fart
he was
jokes?
Of that era. He loves them.
That's weird because for a guy that don't sneeze,
he hates sneezing, and
yeah.
he loves fart jokes. Remember when he had Natalia farting all the time for a while?
It's so weird.
He's had so many instances of farting throughout history, but funny enough, it's just that this was not entertaining. This was not good. This was why do any of this? And all right, we're gonna laugh over and over that you fell, and then they blindside attacked Nia, with Mandy Rose, and Dana Brooke attacking. Okay, big whoop. It sets up the tag match. I guess you could have just had the tag match, but it wasn't for the tag team titles anyways. So what's the big deal? We already talked about Alexa Bliss's, promo. Now we get the Miz, Maurice, and Morrison out there. Maurice is a special guest on Miz TV. They're hyping up Miz and Mrs. on USA Network. Damian Priest comes out. It turns into a challenge for a match, which then turns into a triple threat 2-on-1, handicap match. Okay match here. Damian Priest beats, you figure the two. Nope, his push is over. That's right. The Miz and John Morrison take him out in less than 5 minutes time exactly, because Maurice gets to go ahead and get a little leverage in there. So while the Miz rolls up Damian Priest and pins him, you got Maurice just adding a little bit of pressure. So super husband and wife team take out Damian Priest after his big victory at WrestleMania without Bad Bunny, who now won't be back at all, if possible, till SummerSlam.
He's got a big tour. They basically promoted his tour for him. That was the whole thing. I didn't even realize that, and then we saw it. It was oh, he gets his tour. What the fuck? He gets his tour promoted. He gets to be riding that truck. And, the guy was one of the best things about Mania. It's fucking crazy. Who would have thought? And best thing about All Night on Raw tonight, because it was so terrible. But by the way, I have some more of that New Day audio. So
there you go.
Let me play some of
and
this.
I guess some people are trying to say that was funny, but I didn't see how any of that was funny with any of this with the Miz and Damian Priest, and it just made everyone yet again look like shit. Continually, all night tonight on Raw, everyone's looked like shit. We said it in the women's tag match. It broke down into nonsense. It was a very short match. It wasn't even for the tag titles. And then they're like, oh, wait, it is going to be for the tag titles. But wait, no, it's a non-tag title match. Commentary didn't know what the hell was going on. I was so confused. It was not for the titles, though. Didn't matter because Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler actually broke the curse of losing a non-title match. They beat Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. And it was a just terrible match. Really, really ridiculous because they decided to do a count out. Come on. The count out here was total nonsense. They knew that they pissed off Nia Jax, so they let her stay in the ring because they wanted no part of her alone. Then why are you facing them and fighting them for the tag titles at all?
It's like the theme of everything tonight. I just keep going back to Randy Orton thinking the Fiend's gone and Alexa's gone and what? They're advertised all night. What are you talking about? Just nobody knew what the right hand was doing. The left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing. They didn't care either what it was doing. And I know I got to play donations. I know we're going to get behind and we'll be here till 5 a.m. So I will play the donations in 1 second. But let me just play this audio real quick because I do want to hear some of this New Day bizarre stuff.
Hate to see it, don't you? Think about this, Kof. If something like that were to ever happen to us, I know that we would never show our faces around here again. And look at our faces. Go ahead, zoom in, zoom in. We look
Bag over your head, show some kind of embarrassment. I mean, you mean to tell me?
So right then and there, I was thinking what they're thinking, which is like, well, didn't you guys lose last night? Why is the New Day coming out and making fun of them for losing? You lost too. So
yeah, it really didn't make much sense at all.
They addressed it though, so that's good. And then things got better in this promo, I think. Well,
it got a little bit better, but not by much.
It got better because
what MVP said didn't make much sense. So.
It got better because it was funny, and that's about it.
Okay.
Like, stupid.
Yeah, you could get a laugh out of it, but I'll be right back in 1 second.
Shame. You know what? Hold on.
It's always annoying when they do the shame thing.
You lost your Raw Tag Team.
is a failure to communicate.
I hate when people say failure to communicate because everybody says that. And I feel like, guys, remind me about this or not, but I feel like the New Day always says we have a failure to communicate. That famous line from that movie or whatever. It's like they constantly say that. Is it not just me? Did they say? I feel like I hear that all the time in WWE, and it's like, stop doing that.
Hey, bro, you think this is a game? You think it's a game? It's not a game, man.
That was the greatest right there, man. Because like they got in the DMX stuff, but on top of that, the barking that was like a chihuahua bark, and then Elias's like shiver was so fucking hilarious. Like that killed me. But they were out of their minds.
Man, it's not about us. It's about you and the way that you brought shame and disgrace upon our tag team division.
Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
And then I started laughing at that because Elias is just like fucking making this face, that he's scared. Like, what the fuck is going on? And fucking Xavier Woods is just fucking looks insane, like, I don't know why, man, but like I went from absolutely hating this to fucking just thinking it was hilarious at this point. Because Xavier was just screaming so loudly that it was funny.
But fear not, for your boys, the New Day, about to bring all the honor back where it belongs by whooping you two here and
like I kind of liked it eventually. You know what I mean? I was back and forth. I heard the trumpets and stuff, and I went, oh, God. Then they came down the ramp, and I kind of liked that. But then I thought, well, but you guys lost too, so I don't understand that. But then they brought it up that they lost, and then I'm like, all right, we got something going on here, a little back and forth that makes sense now. And then I was like, all right, this is probably going to be stupid, though, so I don't know about this. And then New Day shouted out DMX. And then I was like, that was very nice. I like that. That was cool. And I laughed because of Elias. And then Xavier Woods started screaming like he did right there. And I just really started busting up at that point. And then they had a pretty good match. I would call this probably one of the better things of the night. The whole night was fucking trash pretty much. But, I mean, this was one of the better things. Viking Raiders returning was nice. This was nice enough. And that was really about it. That's really about it. There may have been one other little thing that I'm missing somewhere that, to say something positive about this show, but I honestly can't remember it right now. Maybe it will come to me in a bit. Let's play donations.
Boring show. Fiend horribly stale past points of being even slightly intriguing. Saving grace would have been it wasn't him burnt but Bo. Get off my TV. He is New Day stale. It's a wrap. Like his whole story for nothing.
Well,
to lose to one RKO.
Remember, we heard the Bo news before WrestleMania. Diverse. What up, Diverse? It is possible that Vince McMahon figured out, that people figured out that Bo Dallas could be there. Because that rumor was out there, and we talked a little bit about it, and it was all over Twitter, and, Bo Dallas is going to be, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, and so Vince McMahon might have heard, okay, everybody knows, fuck this. And that's classic Vince. And they may still do this. They may still do it. But he just didn't want to do it with everybody expecting it.
You know this is going to be a horrible week when Monday starts with unrest and protests in Minnesota over a policewoman killing black guy who was fleeing the cop. She said she was trying to use her taser but used her gun. Also a school shooting in Knoxville.
Yeah, it's going to be a real fun week this week, no doubt about it. This week gonna suck ass. Yeah, what a dumb fucking idiot cop. I mean, these people are retarded. I thought I was using my taser. Shit bomb! Jesus. You become a shit bomb. He was running, but still.
What a maneuver.
What a maneuver! Yeah, they're probably going to tear up Minneapolis at this point. That's where I'm from. This wouldn't have happened if I was the governor, but the fact of the matter is I was too busy down in Mexico trying to get my wife high so she didn't have panic attacks anymore. I worked for Vince McMahon for 15 years.
Not gonna lie, almost did this to my room and I didn't even watch Raw. WTF is wrong with everyone, and some people think this was fire.
I don't know who the hell could think that Raw was fire tonight. If they did, then they gotta check their brain cells. Black Supreme Kai, what's going on? Thanks for the $4.99. You guys should check out the beginning of my video when I flipped out, because I really lost my mind. If you missed the beginning of the show, beginning of my show was insane.
I stopped watching wrestling 2 years ago. Now I just beat my dick behind a dumpster at work every day. Much more entertaining.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Sasha's mouth blood. I know, and that's why we haven't seen you here as much anymore, you know, and why we've only seen you really on Monetize This, I want to say. So I appreciate it. Sasha's mouth blood, thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum. I mean, it's the right call with the way wrestling is right now. What are you going to watch, you know? I mean, I would watch AEW, obviously, but, you know,
you got to beat your dick like it owes you money behind the dumpster. That's the only way to do it.
Yeah, but it's so much better. I mean, shit bomb! Black Supreme, you become a shit bomb. Gotta catch up to these donos. I'm gonna let them fly.
Where has this company gone? Where has good storytelling have gone?
To hell.
Where has the WWE gone? Where have my country gone?
All the good stories gone.
Why?
You know,
is Vince McMahon on crack? I mean, this is really bad. Black Supreme Kai, thanks for the $4.99. Let's see what pops in next. It's coming.
So sorry I disappeared again. I'm
shut the fuck up. Go to bed.
Lick my asshole. Somebody. Now I'm turned down.
You want to finish it? I'll fucking finish it.
Why does our country have to be so depressing? We have Minnesota protests and civil unrest in the streets, a school shooting in Knoxville, Tennessee. Luckily only one person died. Why do shootings and other horrible depressing shit have to happen every week?
That clearly to me was some kind of targeted attack, a personal vendetta thing. Some kid was mad at some other kid and killed him. And then the cop showed up and he shot the cop.
Joe, how do you know the vaccinations are working? Because shootings are bad.
Yeah. Notice all the shootings are back when Biden's president?
Yep. Show.
That's all I got.
My show.
Stop punching my car. Stop punching my car. Oh my God. Stop punching my log. Oh my God. Stop punching my car.
Oh my God, it's Shell. Shock.
The worst post-PPV Raw in history. Thank you so much for that rant, Joe. I felt your release. It was almost as good as my last orgasm.
I felt like I needed to entertain people with psychotic meltdown because that Raw was so dead. You know? I hope people enjoy it.
She's right, because, I mean, like, what do we have here?
Leah yelled
Third
at
hour
me.
we get into, and our champion is beating Riddle in the beginning for MVP to make it sound like nothing.
What's your opinion on the new Japanese girl Saray?
Who's that? Where is she? Saray, where is
The
she?
one that
at?
you just signed, they made a big deal out of signing her. I honestly don't know that much about her.
Ty Sloan,
I've seen
thanks.
very, very little bit. I'm not an expert with her at all.
I
wish
know nothing
was,
about her.
but I plan on looking into more. But people are very, very excited. It takes a lot for me to really get excited into Japanese
I don't get excited
stars,
anymore. Is she going to WWE?
NXT, I believe.
Don't give a shit.
Well, she's going to the Performance Center.
Well,
definitely,
okay, maybe
so.
I do give a shit because NXT is pretty good. So I mean, I guess.
I mean, NXT Io Shirai was amazing. Kairi Sane was
Yeah.
amazing. Asuka was amazing. Yeah, I mean, there's been so many. Xia Li right now is doing really well with her, new storyline. That's actually really quite bizarrely interesting. They have their abilities. They just don't transition to the main roster. So then MVP's talking and saying a bunch of nonsense and no excuses. Then Drew, comes out and says, "No excuses yourself. I allowed you to distract me, and you were right. The Hurt Lock is just that. It is that tough, and it made me pass out. So good. Drew put over Bobby. Glad somebody did." But he said, "I want you to stay on the same path, and I'm going to go ahead and you'll eventually get your rematch. But now you got to go back to the back of the line and start over." Strowman comes out, says he wants a shot, and then it's this whole bullshit of I took out Shane McMahon, I annihilated him, and MVP said nothing's given, you got to make it earned. Just before all that's done, Randy Orton comes out, of course, and says the nonsense of, I eradicated The Fiend. I should be WWE champion again. Alexa Bliss and The Fiend are finished, which is nonsense. Adam Pearce comes out, says, fine, I'll make it a triple threat. Whoever wins is challenging Lashley at WrestleMania Backlash. What a fucking terrible name for a pay-per-view, Joe.
Yeah, WrestleMania. Well, I get it, but it's a good idea. They're going to tag the name WrestleMania onto it by saying it's the backlash from WrestleMania Backlash. Hilarious. Classic Vince McMahon. He definitely came up with that. We'll call it. It's not just Backlash. It's
it just ends up being
WrestleMania Backlash.
So have be a backlash, and then do the subtitle WrestleMania rematch, or something like that.
Whatever, I get it. I'm fine with it. It's a good marketing idea.
I know it just gets confusing when you do it that way because then it becomes
Really?
we've seen other WrestleManias not be numbered.
There's a fucking goth chick coming out of a Jack in the Box, bleeding black goo from her head. Like I mean,
know.
like, what
Pick
else?
your battles. So New Day versus Elias and Jackson Riker was planned then. Lovely for us to have that match because look at that. It sucked. Of course, the New Day won. Very short match. Not anything to really discuss here, is there? Woods, he really took out Riker kind of quick. And then Elias, like I said, he got down in the trouble of got away from the trouble in paradise.
Sorry.
They had that really cool ending. And the double stomped for the pin, but besides that, the match was short and stupid. So,
Oh my god, dude! I'm sorry. Gazamania goes WrestleMania SummerSlam.
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my god!
WrestleMania
No, I get
Bad
it.
Rash, like it'll just keep going. WrestleMania, Great Balls of Fire.
It made sense, so I allow it. That's the thing. But when I heard it, I went, "Oh my god, Vince McMahon." He does
But
it
it
again.
just weakens WrestleMania to me
Yeah.
more than it's already. I know
It's like when
already
I make a
been
show-
devalued, but like now it really devalues Mania to me.
It's like when I make a show and I'm like, all right, I'm not going to do this one tonight, so I'll do Cronin Explodes or Throwdown, Super Throwdown, or like whatever. It's something I would do too.
Okay, but it would be like if you had monetized this, and then you literally just went with monetize this extreme, or monetize that. Like
Right.
it would be like that ridiculous,
Yeah,
because that's all they're doing is they're combining the new show name with monetize this. So it would be monetize this, the Wonder Years, like that would be, but it's as a new show. Well, it's not a new show. It's just a continuation of. So, and I apologize to people. I've had a really shit day. I've not been on Twitter at all. So intermittently here and there, I've tried to answer a few people and kind of catch up. But thank you for all the well wishes and people being awesome. So thank you for that. If I didn't respond to you or get back to you, I'm not being rude. I will as soon as I can see better.
We also we've talked about a lot of things here, But there's one thing that we really haven't mentioned at all, and I wanted to talk about it real quick, is the retribution stuff.
Yeah, I mean that was the most ridiculous. Drew McIntyre just tweeted out saying Mason Teabag made a huge mistake tonight.
Teabag? Did he say Teabag?
He did say Teabag. He said, once I get my rematch with Bobby Lashley, you Stooges are next. Raw after Mania, Raw. Now, why are they in the Hurt business? That was pretty much the only things that we really haven't discussed tonight. We talked about the tag match there, and then at the end, we get to the triple threat. The triple threat was an 11-minute and 15-second disaster. I don't care. It sucked. Just like in the women's tag match tonight, when they had that moment where everybody stood there waiting just to catch. You know, it's like we saw it last night with Tamina. We see it again tonight with the same bullshit. I hate it any time that Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler have to stand there and catch somebody.
Oh,
you know, they did it last night. They did it tonight. It sucks. It's bullshit. It's stupid. It's embarrassing.
Stop doing it.
Last night at Mania was even worse, trying to catch Tamina, and they both just stand there and look up like, something's going to happen. So this triple threat did not have anything memorable. What? Because they did the stuff with the broadcast table, and then Orton hit the draping DDT. Big whoops. We see this all the time. I mean, so Orton goes to hit the cunt punt to the head, you know, and then McIntyre almost does it himself, but McIntyre goes ahead and bam, gets his boot to the head of Orton instead, covers him. 1, 2, 3, Claymore kick. That's done. He wins. But after the match, this is the important part, I guess. Teabag and Mace attacked McIntyre from behind, and they do that double choke slam bullshit. And everybody that else that was formerly in Retribution, minus Ali, stands at the bottom of the ramp while MVP just starts directing traffic. So did he hire these guys? Are they part of the new Hurt business? What's the story here? Either way, I guess the only way I'm excited is if they unmask them. Now that they're done with Mustafa Ali and they had their conclusion in the SmackDown Battle Royal, you know, Ali threw them over the rope, and that was kind of like the ending of their story. That was the conclusion they got. Now that they're done as being Retribution members, they should go back to their real gimmicks and be part of the Hurt business. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They would maybe take their masks off and, you know, stand next to what's-his-face. But why did they get rid of the other two guys? Why did they break up Retribution then? Is it that, do they not like Mustafa Ali? So they were like, let's give this team to a good guy like
They don't
MVP.
like. They consider Mustafa Ali dangerous because he's willing to go on Twitter and open his mouth, or every time he gets a live mic, he says things he shouldn't. You know, he said things about the Legends that night on Legends Night. He said that Legends shouldn't be getting Legends Night. That this should be their time to you know have.
He's getting himself canceled.
NXT needs to market itself as the cure for the common law now that they are on Tuesday. And yes, Joe, the first chat was a joke, obviously.
Oh my God, I was too angry. I couldn't even deal with a joke, Spaz. I couldn't even deal with a joke earlier because I was ready to snap. I mean, dude, I don't know how they're on.
Yeah, like I said, I couldn't hear it when it happened, so I went to go back and see it.
How are there not videos of me?
Would be that much of an idiot.
How are there not videos of me all over Twitter freaking out? I mean, where are all the clips of me absolutely melting down at the beginning of the show? Tag fucking Vince. Okay. Tag
People
WWE.
are waiting, baby. They're waiting.
I'm waiting for those. Not one Twitter video yet. I mean, melting down. I broke my fucking studio. I flipped the fuck out. I called out people. I said crazy shit. I want clips of it all over Twitter and Instagram. Let's
Shit
go.
bomb.
Where the fuck are these things?
My dream is to be a pro wrestler. I'm literally training for this, and then I see this bullshit. I'ma go outside and look at the sky and wonder WTF happened. But honestly, might give up.
No, don't give up. Just go to AEW. Just do really go and be a wrestler and be awesome. And then what it is by the time you're ready to go, hopefully all this shit is past and things are better. You know what I mean? So Black Supreme Kai, don't worry, man. You'll be good. Just keep going, and hopefully within 3, 5, 6 years or whatever, this shit will have gotten better somehow. Hopefully, or it'll be dead. I don't know, but something will always be there wrestling wise. There'll always be something.
Shit bomb.
You become a shit bomb. Ooh.
Great Khali should one more match against Omos.
And Omos kills him. Imagine if Omos tombstoned the great Khali, like fucking tombstoned him. How fucking awesome that would look.
Oh. You must be retarded tonight then, because I just reread Spaz's donation, and that's hilarious. He was definitely sarcastic.
Oh, I'm angry, yeah.
I don't blame you for being angry, because I'm angry. It took me a second, but I
went to Mania both days, and overall it was a great time, but the booking was definitely questionable. Why did Drew lose only to become #1 contender? Why did Orton win only to lose the next night?
Yeah.
As Shane would say, stupid.
This was stupid.
Why did Orton lose today after winning last night when there's no payoff to it? It wasn't like the Fiend distracted him or anything. That wasn't it. He gets kicked in the head. Like, all right. Sheamus, he's got the title, okay, but they barely, I felt like, even made anything big deal or acknowledgement of that. The adding of Retribution came out of nowhere, but that was just done for weird's sake. So back of the line as well. When they said to Drew before, you're going to the back of the line, that means you're going into a triple threat match to become the #1 contender. That's the back of the line.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude, is going on in this company?
It's not. I couldn't understand if they did the Austin thing where now he had to beat fucking everybody. If they had in the next 3 weeks, Drew had like 7 matches where he had to go through whoever the fuck, on Raw. He had to go through Elias. He had to go then have another match with Jackson Riker. He had to take on Nia Jax, Damian Priest, John Morrison, The Miz. He took on Rhea Ripley as well because fuck it, why not? Equality. He took on both Viking Raiders, 2-on-1, and loses, but whatever the hell you want. But at least make him have to work his way up to getting into a #1 contender match. Don't say we're sending you to the beginning of the line, way at the back, and then give you a shot at the title in the same night.
I don't know. It goes along with just about goddamn everything tonight. That nothing made sense. And it was the opposite.
Nothing made sense.
And why
Damian
didn't they
Priest
bring back
didn't?
anybody on either WM nights in front of fans? Why didn't they have Raw in Raymond James tonight with fans too? It was weird to go from with fans back to screens.
Raymond James has sports events, so they had to break everything down today and make sure they're out of there in time.
Thanks, Houseman.
And they're not where they were for the second Thunderdome. This is the third Thunderdome setup. I forget where it is. I've said it so many times. Forget my forgetful brain. I wish I could think of where it was now. Someone in the chat, maybe can remind us. But this is their new area. I believe it's the Yingling Center, but maybe I'm wrong. They kept saying something else.
That's AEW, isn't it?
No, AEW is the Daly's place.
I thought they were moving, though, for just a little while.
AEW was supposed to, but they didn't.
Okay, I'm retarded.
Yeah, and then WWE also has this new, then, now, forever
you become, again,
video coming up. I didn't know if you noticed it.
Charlotte's outfit is so hot, tired face, nervous sweat.
Bloody a punch. Thanks for the $3.99 all the way from Canada, and thanks to Houseman before that for the double 10s. Much appreciated, brother. Thanks, man. Bloody. Let me see where we are on the donos because there's a lot of them, which is thank God.
Yeah, just let them keep flowing through. But they're doing, WWE tweeted out earlier today, they're doing then, now, together, forever. Instead of then, now, forever, it's then, now, together, forever. It's their thing about the Zoom. I would have said together, then, now, forever, but I'm not a marketing
Raw after
genius.
Mania is a big deal and they fucked it up. Aleister Black could have returned like something. You feel Bianca and Rhea are the female versions of Cena and Batista, how they both won titles and presented as the faces of the division moving forward?
Wait a minute. I felt like Bianca and Sasha are the Cena and Batista. I don't think no, fuck them. They're not. No one's like Cena and Batista. I don't even like Batista, but Cena.
Let's be real, you have aspirations to be a commentator.
Let's be real.
So anybody WWE brings in will never be good enough. Do you think a company is going to hire a guy that's a ticking time bomb? Talking about rape and shit? Come on, man. Take a look at yourself.
Do you want to go over all the things that all the people that work at WWE
I have two
have done?
words for you. Lars Sullivan.
They hired Lars Sullivan. Vince McMahon said the N-word. I mean, you want to do you want to go over all the superstars and all the people that have done
Lars
things?
did things not in a joking sense.
Do you know that? Do you know what the people have done in AEW? I mean, do you want to go over what Sammy Guevara said about raping Sasha Banks? How
Joe,
about what
Lars is doing
Jericho
a signing in
did?
this area.
Oh, really? Should we go see him?
Yeah, soon. We should go.
And I don't have aspirations. I've been a commentator, so I've already done it. WWE has already brought me in. They didn't say no because of that. There's tons of other people that have done crazy shit that you wouldn't even... Dude, Xavier Woods fucked Paige, and then they came on a title.
Joe, I don't know how much I can even say, but you were in WWE. I mean,
all right. Well, let's dial it
I'm
back.
also heavily drugged. All right, stop there. Jimmy Joyce, it's
only a
the
little
old
bit.
Sundome.
We leave the skeletons in the
meetings with
closet.
Road Dogg and staff at
Joe,
Mohegan
being
Sun.
honest, you really do look dumb as fuck when you flip out and scream and break shit when you're angry.
Everybody
really
loved it.
don't give a fuck if you think you are joking or working us. It looks childish. There's no reason to break her equipment that donators paid for.
Oh, are you gonna be sad that I entertained everybody? Are you okay? Oh, someone's sad that I entertained the people. You can't really be serious, right, brother? About 90% of the people here loved it. I'm sorry that it's still real to you, damn it. Come on, brother. It's gonna be okay, man. You'll be okay.
That has to be a joke, right?
Well, no, it is a joke, but I mean, come on.
No, not from you, from them. I mean, it's got.
Yeah, from them, it's a joke. It's
troll. It's gotta be.
Oh yeah,
because if not, they are the saddest individuals I've ever seen.
Yeah,
You become
nobody.
a shitbomb.
Nobody was upset that I broke stuff.
Vince really had Natalia queefing? This hilarious.
Vince, yeah, you didn't hear that? Drew Bar 100, thank you.
I forget what year it was. Let me find it really quick, and I know I can throw it up.
It was like 7 years ago. I want to say, but I mean, I could be wrong. I'm going to break my shit again. That's funny. The ratings actually go up when I start breaking stuff.
Charlotte's face gonna explode like China's implants. Jake auditioning for Conan role in LAX thinks Xavier barked at Paige when he book-hacked her. A dying Gordon Solly is better than Adnan Virk.
Oh.
Where's Reginald better search in the asshole? Hashtag war crime.
Oh my god, dude. A cry. Gordon Solly's another one. I mean, fucking damn, Gordon Solly's fucking amazing. Who now we got fucking this guy, whatever his name is, Aziz Adnan, whatever his name, I don't even know. Mr. Pico, thank you for the $3, man. Good call on the Gordon Solly deal. Listen, love all those guys. Love Gordon Solly. Love Gorilla, Miss Heenan. Dude, WrestleMania 8 is so good because of the commentary. The commentary.
Shit bomb!
You become a shitbomb.
What are your thoughts on Japanese wrestler Saray?
Is that the same one as the last one that he was talking about, or is this a different one? Saray? I think I know that one. She's different. I haven't been watching New Japan a lot. Oh, I think I know who Saray is now. Yeah, I recognize her. I mean, she's okay. She kind of like has the Sheeta vibe again, you know? I haven't watched her enough, though. I haven't watched enough.
You become a shitbomb.
New Japan for me has been...
Like your thought on Hall to Boston off topic.
Well, I mean, Hall is not been doing well anywhere he goes. He only had 2 goals this year so far. But he, has a lot of potential that he should have harnessed and should harness. And the Bruins are struggling a bit, and they got problems, so it makes sense. I think it's a great move by Boston. I think they did a good job, If it doesn't work out, it might not work out. This could be...
Shit bomb!
Cam Newton again.
You become a shitbomb.
010 Raw, please kill me.
They also bolstered the 4th line on the Bruins. They got a guy on the 4th line who's a nutbag now, and we needed something because that 4th line was dick. Evan Wright, thanks for the $2, brother. Yeah, 0 out of 10.
On a side note, too, Joe, which one's the black guy, T-Bar or Mace? I think it's Mace, right?
Mace, because T-Bar is definitely our friend from Top Row Promotions.
Okay, and Dijakovic, there we go. So why didn't they have Dio Madden join the Hurt business?
Because Arad bought the Timberwolves. Was hoping Jinder returned tonight and formed 2 megabytes with Drew. I miss good Raws like when Mae Young birthed a hand. It'd have a shot of Alexa discharge with a bathwater chaser. Nyla has a dick.
Oh, oh no. A-Rod bought the Timberwolves? That's, oh my God, dude. LeBron bought the fucking Red Sox. I mean, all these scumbags are owning our teams now. A-Rod is a piece of shit. So that really does suck for you guys, I guess.
And do you notice how tonight on commentary and in Charlotte's promo, she mentioned nothing about having COVID, even though they all talked about her having COVID nonstop 2 weeks ago?
Right.
So you clearly know that, hey, look, she didn't have COVID.
It took a pandemic to stop me. Jamie Sports Talking Morse, thanks for subscribing to the channel. What's going on? I thought it was JB Sports. He's back. How about when I got everybody the other night at WrestleMania or whatever it was?
That was hilarious.
Haha.
Shit bomb. Hook, line, and sinkered that.
So the next PPV is called what again? WrestleMania Grab Ass. No WrestleMania Backlash. No WrestleMania No Mustache. No WrestleMania I don't give a fuck what its name is.
WrestleMania Dick. It's going to be WrestleMania Dick Talk. I mean, let's face it. Arushin Chu. You know, I don't know. It's just more
Joe,
way. How can we
and
get
Joe,
more?
Both nights they had Arushin Chu. So many people backstage.
Arushin Chu.
I mean, Peyton Royce, Jinder Mahal was there, ready. The Viking Raiders were there in full gear. Alicia Fox, okay, that's fine. She was probably drunk.
Shit bomb.
But, you know,
You
go, girl.
Bomb.
WrestleMania Backlash. What is WWE doing, killing their brand or what? Charlie Flair turning heel is fine. 2/10 it's just crazy.
All right, E-Murder. Oh, I got a couple donations that are really old. I'm sorry. I'll figure it out eventually. My bad. I'll get to it 1 second. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm dumb. Hold on 1 second. I appreciate the dono, brother.
I might not be able to get into the office in time to remove the staples when they need to come out.
What?
So, do you think if I buy a staple remover off of Amazon, Danny will be able to take them out? I think she'll be good.
I think you should look it up online first and see what other people are doing, and I'm sure there's some kind of way.
People on YouTube just post videos of like how to remove staples yourself.
Did you just donate to Joe?
So I think she'd be able to do it. Did you just
donate to Joe?
Here's Pasharo.
Thank you for the donation. And because you donated, I'm going to fist myself in the bunghole.
Pasharo says, "Hey, Mr. Joe, the Miz and Morrison always win 2-on-1 matches. What would they do? Why would they do that to Damian Priest? The man just won at WrestleMania. Can book a better show with my action figures than WWE. Tommy needs to shave his pedo stash. Yeah, well, who cares about him anyway? He's dead. But
it was so baffling and confusing. Damian Priest wins with Bad Bunny, and then he can't do it without Bad Bunny. Like, Bad Bunny's the key.
I wonder how Charlotte sounds when she moans.
Probably like, Bladia, thank you. Probably, but you know, it's like, dude, he's supposed to get the rub from all of this happening. Now he's gonna lose.
Yeah, and now he loses.
Like, what a dumb fucking thing to do.
I just don't get it.
What he should have done was fucking kick their ass to, like, by himself, or they shouldn't even been involved together. Like, keep them away from each other and they both get wins. I mean, that's all you got to do. By the way, Ed's View, the first person that I've seen so far already tweeting out.
And did you call Drew McIntyre the Celtic Warrior? The fucking Celtic Warrior? You fucking idiot! The fucking Celtic Warrior? You fucking stupid fucking idiot! Fuck! Fuck you!
He sent this to Solo Monster and Brian Alvarez. The people he tagged is what's killing me. Vince McMahon.
I know, that's hilarious. Somebody even tagged Enzo Amore in one of the retweets.
Dude, someone's gonna clip everything though. It's too long. It's like 15 minutes of rage. I probably blew my vocal cords out.
Oh yeah, you were killing your throat.
Oh, that's some damn good shit.
Oh, that's some damn good shit, Joe, let me tell ya. Yeah, it's real good, Vince. Oh, it's so good, Vince.
Send this to Triple H. You probably think it was funny. Probably call me a Mark, actually.
Hey, Vince. Hey, Vince, why don't you have a drink, huh? There you go. Have a fucking drink. Oh, it smells like your fucking shitty fucking ideas.
I couldn't fucking breathe right there. I was fucking having. I blew up just yelling. Right there is me trying to catch my breath. Oh, what was that I threw?
Did you know? I didn't know this, but the WrestleMania where Seth Rollins went on first and he opened. Which one was that? 34?
34, I guess.
34 or 35. Either. I think it was 34. And he took on Brock Lesnar for the title. He won the Rumble that year.
Yeah.
He was the Beast Slayer. When he goes out there, if you go back and you watch, he takes a few like heavy stumbles. Apparently, he almost passed out.
What? Really?
He got so overcome with emotion that he had like not an anxiety attack, but like a blackout moment.
Yeah, you got dizzy, you got lightheaded. That happened. That's happened to me before.
But he couldn't get it to snap out of it, and it wasn't until he actually got to the ring to get into Brock's like grasp, where Brock like grabbing him like shook him out of it.
Wow.
But he said that he thought he was so afraid he was going to ruin WrestleMania by passing out on the stage.
That's crazy.
I thought that was pretty crazy. Like, holy crap. I've never heard that.
Yeah,
because he opened 35 as well. So, because he did the IC title. So 35 was the Brock one, and 34 was the IC title one.
Right.
Either way, it was one of them. Doesn't matter. Point being, I think it was 35. I'm retarded.
You know,
still, he almost died, and I thought that was hilarious that his heart legitimately like was skipping beats because he got himself so filled with adrenaline.
I've had moments on Monetize This and stuff. You bring this up where, I've laughed really loud, and I've almost passed out. And this has all been only
yeah. I've had a couple of those with you with like sex calls and skits.
I think getting
the one
older.
we did with Ryback the first time with Dave Rose, his laugh,
right?
The live recording and being there for that was something special. I think the funniest thing that I've ever been a part on or involved on a part with you, honestly, was I might even get in trouble for saying it, was the effigy of Dead on Dave.
Yeah, that killed me too. I thought that was really funny.
When you had the turkey baster with the box.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! I still laugh about that to this day.
I almost want to.
I wish you could put that back up just because it is so funny. Like I don't want anybody to have any ill feelings. They sort of
told me to put it back up. They did tell me to put. They were like, just put it up. Who cares? But I don't know. I never know anymore. But I mean, maybe me and Dave I could hit Dave up and be like, dude, can we like review that or like go back to that and react to it? I was so bad, dude. I put a turkey baster in its mouth. Like I fucking smashed it. I pretended to give it like cardiac or whatever.
Well, what it was, that was the first night because you guys were just starting to
cookies.
fight that I was full night on commentary. I had called in a few times before, but you and I were talking on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. Like it wasn't like I was calling in regularly. I would donate when I could here and there because things were a little bit easier financially. But I went ahead and you had them leave, so you needed help for the night, and I was like, yeah, I'm around. I'll help out. And the very first night, you had all that audio and shit, and I remember Dave and Jesse and everybody coming to me, and I was like, I didn't know it was going to turn into that. I'm sorry, but it was pretty funny. But that was one of the wildest nights still to this day. If anyone does know, it is just, God, what a memory.
It was really fucking crazy. Like
it is something that
I was so pissed off, man, that I was a psycho. I think that there, I wonder if Tommy's video. I remember they reacted to it, and I always wondered. But yeah, that shit was fucking hilarious to me. because I really didn't mean any really ill harm to him. Because I liked him. I mean, God, we raised money for him on that GoFundMe.
Yeah, exactly. And it was supposed to be funny. And the other one that got me that I wasn't a part of, but was there for, I was there in the call for, I just wasn't on the air. You let me hang on in the background, was when Dead on Dave wasn't going to make the review because he was really sick. So we found the audio of the guy with whooping cough.
Oh yeah,
and you played the hospital noises and the guy with the whipping cough over the voicemail of Dead on Dave, sounding like he was dying.
Where is
already.
that from? Because I love that moment.
That was on a Raw review as well, and
Do you know
I
where
was there
that
for that
is?
because he was like, "I don't think I'm gonna make
Oh my God, do you
the
remember?
review. I'm pretty sick in the hospital."
Do you remember where
And
that
then
is? Because I gotta clip it. Because
we were looking. I don't know if
Oh,
Drew might
God.
know, but
it's so funny, dude. Like it's like yeah.
and then you have the guy with
Oh.
the whooping cough. You know,
Yeah,
dying
dude. So
the whole
we'd
time.
been playing this whooping cough clip of this guy like just suffering of whooping cough, and then when Dave said he couldn't make it to the show, he was like, "I can't make it," and then we made fun of that, which of course would have made me a shithead nowadays. And so I played that clip over that, and yeah, it was fucking hilarious. Like Dave loved it. Like I think it was fucking hilarious. It was. I mean, but also I was concerned because I was really worried about him. He was really in the hospital, and he really wasn't doing very well. And it was like I was so worried about him that like I don't know, man. I remember being really worried at that point, and I'm pretty pissed off that Julian Edelman retired or whatever. But we got to find that Raw review because that is just too funny.
Yeah, I know.
I've got to clip that.
I'm pretty sure it's a Raw review. I'm almost positive. Someone sent it not that long ago. I'm
No,
trying to go through old
it's definitely a
messages,
Raw
but-
review because he couldn't make it, and that's why I was.
And that's why I was in the call. I just wasn't chatting at that point because my mic really sucked. I wasn't even using the headset.
Oh my God.
So I would call in, and you would just like every now and again you would let me like throw out an idea to you or help you like hold on to callers and stuff.
Yeah, that shit at that time
Because it worked out pretty cool. Because at that time you could like mute the Skype, but the Skype could still be heard to each other. So I was able to talk to callers like it was a screener.
Right.
It was pretty cool, but
the only other funny time besides the time
I can't find it. It was in September of 2015.
Yeah.
I know it would be in that area.
See, I've got it marked down. The problem is this is an old thing that I have. I have 3 moments saved. I had the time when Tommy was telling the story about jumping on the ground and the piss going up in his friend's face, which is still on YouTube. And then I have the time that Dave was hearing music and then other Dave got angry at him. That's also funny. And then I've got...
Oh, when he couldn't figure out what the music was coming from.
Look,
yeah, that was hilarious. We thought he was going crazy.
There's Troy and Tommy C like looking like they're whacking each other off right there. Yeah, this video is him thinking he hears music.
Prior to that.
CFLing. What is CFL?
No, but if you...
This was the Survivor Series review.
There was I don't know if you guys recently saw, but there was a picture of him that was taken in. There's a newspaper here which is called the Sun, and
I'm not having a stroke, right? Everyone else can hear that music.
Well, they've got the Sunshine Girl and the Sunshine Boy, and the Sunshine Boy was The Rock at one point. He was, featured in a picture, and this picture was basically shown. I think it was on Jimmy Kimmel.
I'm having a stroke.
What?
Can anyone else hear that music, or is it just me?
No, that's just you. We don't even know what you're talking about.
Seriously, no one else can hear that music because I think I'm having a stroke.
No, yeah, we can't. We're not hearing music.
You got Jerry
Don't
Garcia
fuck
in
with
your
me right now because it's really loud.
Wow, man, no, you're fucked up.
Shit.
Call 911.
Shit, dude, you better call.
Anyways, just to wrap up.
I don't know how to turn it off.
They made a character. Well, the
I don't even
host
have a fucking
made
screen open.
Shut up, Dave.
No, I'm serious. I hear fucking loud music and I can't turn it off.
It's one of your browser windows, probably.
No, it's not. I
open.
got nothing open.
You sound like a maniac.
You're
right
having
now.
a stroke.
Yeah,
Please call whatever number that
I'm
you
fucking
need.
dead serious. I'm hearing really loud music and I can't turn it off.
And now I have a knife in my hand.
Are you guys fucking with me?
No, Dave, seriously.
There's
like,
no music.
I'm getting pissed that you're...
You guys are fucking with me right now. I'm gonna fucking kill somebody.
All you're doing is interrupting Dave's story.
I'm really sorry. This is fucking insanity. I'm gonna hang up and call back in because, dude, this is fucked up.
I hope you're recording
that, dude.
Dude, I have nothing open. All right, I gotta call back.
Leave, come back or something.
I'm gonna call back.
If you come back.
I'm still looking.
I hope he's not having a stroke.
Are you guys hearing that? I hear something. Something's happening. Dave was
he was going nuts.
Dave was so mad that Dave interrupted his story like 17 times. They'd just be like, and
yeah, because.
But it's not over. Watch, Dave's gonna come back. Watch this.
Yeah, he's gonna come back. It's
It was me.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I got it. It was me.
Holy shit.
Do I have a knife in my hand? Can anyone else see me?
It was
Can anyone
I
else
found the video with the
Can
guy
anyone
with
smell my
the
breath?
performance center.
Well, yeah, I remember that video too. Yeah, we got to find the whooping cough clip though, because I'm
trying to find it because it's in that July. There's a lot of things from 2015 missing because we had so many things. It literally just goes to like Royal Rumble 2016 at one point.
Right.
There's so many episodes missing because of WWE clips getting taken down. So I think that was one of the many that. And in that point in time too, you had a strike, so we were on Evil Spectrum and Shucky Ducky Quack Quack, whatever the hell that one was, and Yucky Gamer.
Oh, maybe it was over on Evil Spectrum.
It was on one of them, I'm pretty sure.
Huh. That I'll take a look over there too then, because maybe that it's up there. Shit bomb. Yo, 37 donated.
Well, a crack, Jake, I love you. Let's make 37 babies.
Ooh. Yeah, I want to see that happen.
I'm down. I still can't I can't move that much, but what I can do is my tongue is fantastic, and I'm a very generous lover. So
Yes.
don't you worry, I will take care of you.
All right, well, you heard it here, baby. Jake DeMarco is going to eat you out.
I just don't understand. Like, so are the Retribution is going to be like another Matt Hardy, where he's hiring people for just money for hired for bullies?
Drew is king of the wheel and this week will win the belt. Wrestling sucks. UFC has just about killed it. Boo-hoo DMX, get over it. Who's next?
Let's get this right. I was supposed to be on Monetize this past week, and I just so happened to have surgery. But this week the belt's on the line, right?
Yes, it is really mysterious.
It is. Just checking, because Drew may be the champ of the wheel.
Bomb.
That belt is a mighty fine
WWE
belt.
next PPV will be WrestleMania Crown Royal in Saudi Arabia. Then Shish Kebab in Pakistan. I get it, let's put WrestleMania in front of everything. WrestleMania Monday Night Raw.
That's a great point, WrestleMania. What do you call it? WrestleMania Crown Royal in Saudi Arabia, Russian Jew.
Yep.
It's a great idea.
I got a Raw review on there from 2014. That's not it.
Oh, there's probably a lot of them.
It is 2015, but I'm looking. Oh, remember when the bunny was a big deal with the
the bunny who's
Adam Rose stuff?
Yeah.
we got a prank call on Tommy C. That's pretty good.
A shit bomb.
Oh, that's really funny.
Checking in from Tampa. Aloha and good vibes.
Aloha. What are you, Hawaii or Tampa? Connecting people through wrestling. Thank you for the $1.99, man. Thank you so much. Aloha.
Oh my God, the Maria Kanellis interview.
Yeah.
She was a bitch at one point too, because she kind of took you the wrong way, and then you got her out of it. You snapped her out of it, but she got really defensive, and that was like, the fuck's your problem? No, this is going wrong. Wait.
Was it like it was something to do with that? I interrupted her kind of, and then I assumed something, and so she was like, "Well, if I could finish, I would."
No, it wasn't even that. I don't think. I think it was just a comment you had, and then it didn't align with what she was saying at first, and so you got to explain.
Oh, it's weird because...
And I think it's down on here, too, because I go from like fatalities, and then all of a sudden there's a test. Fuck Comcast, test again. Remember, you were having all those issues where your line was down,
right?
And then it goes right into some of the butt fuck dumb stuff, which was hilariously great.
I miss butt
you
fuck
and I
dumb.
playing Halo Online together.
I definitely miss that stuff.
And then it goes right into Overwatch beta, so there's no more WWE. So we're missing that 2015. You used to have another channel as well for WWE talk.
I did search. There's just it's got to be. It could be a private Raw review because I have all the Raw reviews.
I think it might just be taken down.
A lot of them got. I had to private a lot of things so I could go over copyright stuff. So there's definitely a possibility that it's on there. In fact, I can search. I can literally just search 2015 and 109 videos come up. So, you know, it's possibly in there somewhere. Did you guys remember when I was on well, I can't even play that actually because it's copywritten. But I was on a show. I was on a show where Piers Morgan reacted to me.
I remember that, and I remember the NFL Network, and I remember there was another one of those. Like not ridiculousness, but a show like that.
That's the one I'm talking about. It was from it's from the UK. It's ITV.
Yes, yeah. That is the one I'm thinking of. Okay.
It was on their channel, on their TV network ITV, and it was a show called well, I'll tell you the name right now because I got the imagery up right now. It's called
Testicle Ticklers.
There I am reacting to WrestleMania, flipping out, and then everybody makes fun of me. And I flip out and go crazy.
It was, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, so that's the one. Okay.
And so this is Piers Morgan reacting to me.
Yeah, I like I said, it was like ridiculousness, but I couldn't remember the name of it, so that was it.
Who's he talking to?
So they're talking about me because I'm flipping out, and he goes, "Who's he talking to?"
He's like got an imaginary friend.
Did he say another F5? Not the World Light Keyboard Typing Championship.
Oh God, he's done caps lock. He's done a caps lock. He's done Control Alt Delete there, and his head's gone.
Piers Morgan doesn't give a shit. He's like, I hate this guy.
Is it WrestleMania last year? And is it Undertaker?
Yeah, what happened?
I heard him say Taker. He lost to some other fella.
Yeah, so they're talking about WrestleMania.
History in WrestleMania 30.
And Piers Morgan is just like, I don't know what wrestling is, but I hate it. I fucking hate it. Yeah, that was a show on ITV. It was called something else, though. What was the name of the show? It says Excitables behind him, but that's not what it was called. It was called Sounding
It was something like...
It was like Sounding like Off or Sports Take or... Somebody in the channel in the chat will probably know from the UK who watches it out there. It's called something like that. Yeah, if you just got here, go back and watch the beginning of this review because I actually flipped the hell out.
Chat, I want to know right now if you could pick one thing, anything. I haven't had fast food in ages, long time.
Taco Bell.
Starving. What would it be? What would you go for?
Wendy's.
My go-to is Taco Bell, cheesy gordita crunch, no baja, add that sour cream, extra cheese. But.
Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. It's probably that's a
there
big
you go.
thing.
That's a classic.
I'm looking right now. I swear to God, you guys, I'm gonna find this clip because it's so funny. And
I hope you do find it.
You know what sucks is I actually thought of this years ago, and I was like, I gotta clip that. Never did.
Luke Rojas is on hold as well, but
maybe he knows.
He might know what it. Usually he's good with these number things. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe it was 2014, dude.
It might have been. I might be off.
I think it is 2014.
Might be wrong. I just remember being a part of it because you had the "This Is War" thing that happened and all that before that, and then it led to that afterwards because that's how I became a part of it. I was there on the show that night, so.
I mean, I'm skimming through.
SummerSlam 2015. I was Den on Dave was still there for. I wasn't in there yet fully. I was just filling in periodically when you needed help when Dave couldn't make it or was doing his own thing. And Chris J, I will definitely get in your van if you have candy. What kind? It doesn't even matter what kind.
Covered candy.
Surprised Virk didn't call Eric and Diva War Machine. Charlotte turned heel more than DMX turned in for failure to pay child support. Was guy who slashed Booker T's back the one who cut Lashley's face? This wouldn't happen in Minnesota if Prince was alive.
That's a good point, Mr. Pico Boulevard. Well, let's not forget that, in Die Hard, there was a cop and he killed a child.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And some of these suggestions from chat have been fantastic. You guys are on the money. Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, Curly Fried, from Neil the One, he said from Jack in the Box, or fries. Checkers is a good one. Taco Bell, Whataburger. I don't see anybody saying Five Guys. White Castle from Jeff.
Ugh.
Popeyes, Arby's, Taco Bell.
Mind if I do?
What's my name?
This man killed a child.
Whataburger.
No riots.
Duncachino. You want credit?
Everybody's getting along, though. I like it.
Say hello to my chocolate blend.
That new announcer on Raw was great.
Really? Todd Fair. What's up, Todd Fair?
See, I didn't think he was great, but I didn't think he was bad. I liked him over
He didn't know the fucking
Vic
moves.
Joseph and Tom Phillips.
He said the Celtic Warrior.
See, to me, like, those kind of flubs don't insult me as much as if he called he a she, or like he was like way off. Like, okay, he's still Scottish.
He was way off. He didn't know
He comes out with Celtic themed things. He's supposed to be a warrior. He didn't call him the dead man. Like, then I would be really insulted.
I'm gonna kill somebody. I mean, I if you think that's okay, then good luck, guys. Good luck watching.
I don't
Raw.
think it's okay. We've had so much
he's
worse.
not
in
very
the past
good.
That
Who's worse
I'm
than this
drinking
guy?
the Kool-Aid on this one.
Who's worse than this guy at fucking play-by-play?
I hated Vic Joseph. I think
Vic
didn't
Joseph's
like Tom
better.
Phillips.
I think Vic Joseph is better than the Raw guy.
I
hate him
entirely.
because Vic can call the stuff and sounds loud and stuff. This guy sounds weirdly creepy.
And there is somebody else that I really didn't care for too that I cannot think of the name of. Before those two, someone in the chat might be able to think of it.
Mike
Real
Adamley didn't
obnoxious
do
asshole.
play-by-play. He didn't do play-by-play, guys. Yeah, this man killed a child, no riots. Cop killed a child, this guy, no riots. Remember Die Hard? In fact, you loved him. At the end of the movie, you were like, I love this guy. Yes, he was the hero, one of the heroes in the movie. And he killed a child, and he's in Die Hard. How long until they take that out of the movie? They go back and edit the movie. I killed a kid. I thought he was holding a gun. It was a toy gun.
It was a toy.
Yeah. Well, no riots over him killing a child over a toy gun in the 80s, because in the 80s people said shit happens. Now they fucking burn the whole town down. And, this guy was the hero in the movie. One of them, with Bruce Willis. I don't know. Just something to think about. Kind of weird how things change. You'd imagine you do that now.
It is indeed.
Imagine one of the heroes at the end of a movie nowadays a movie comes out that one of the heroes at the end is like, I killed a kid. And it's like, oh, so now I have a desk job. But I still have my gun though.
Yeah, but I'm still locked and loaded.
Killed a kid, he's still a cop, still working, still has a gun, out patrolling.
And is
But
that
it
true? I
happens.
thought that was the case, but I guess it was Bianca Belair's birthday when she won at Mania, so that's pretty cool. You have a Mania win, and then you go ahead and also have your birthday at the same time.
You'll never forget that birthday party.
I mean, yeah, that's a hell of a celebration. Congrats to her.
Congrats to
what was your favorite match out of both nights? Do you have one that stood out above the rest?
I just want to say sorry to Alex Stober. His donation played and it deleted itself. Alan Stober donated $10. He said, I want to go back in time and find Vince McMahon's mom and make her oh God. Well, none of us would be here then, so that's really stupid. Alan, come on. None of us would be here. Todd Favor, thank you, Todd, even though I'm enraged right now.
Maybe you can just go back and kill baby Hitler like they did in...
but then the whole world would be so different. We wouldn't have gotten all the German Nazi scientists here in America, and then America couldn't be one big gigantic lie. But so everybody, listen, thank you so much for the donations. I'm really angry. Go back and watch the beginning of this video if you want to see my real anger. I'm tired now. I flipped out earlier and broke stuff and went insane. Jake, what were you asking me before all this?
That's a good question.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what was your favorite match from both nights of WrestleMania? If you had one or two that was like a big standout. Because I have here a list of all the producers. And I was going to say, what's your favorite match, and who do you think?
Allegedly, you don't know if that's real. We don't know if that's real.
This one seems to be confirmed. I mean,
can
it's
print
been
up a colored
pretty
sheet.
well spot on. This was originally from PW Insider, who then had it go to Wrestling Observer. So seems like it's pretty reliable.
Maybe it could be. I mean, listen, it makes sense. I mean,
Those two I usually trust, but still, I was curious anyways what your favorite match between both nights was.
I sort of forget a lot of stuff. I thought Bianca and Sasha was all right, and I thought
Crazy that whip sound was not a sound effect. That was legitimate.
Yeah.
We said that night too. We knew it was legitimate. You could tell by the way the crack reverbed.
Yeah, I've seen her do it a million times, so I just already knew that. So when people said
But
that,
so many people thought they added the effect, and they're not good at their timing. They can't bleep people on time. So we had Bobby and Drew, the tag team turmoil, Strowman and Shane, New Day versus AJ and Omos, Cesaro and Seth, Bad Bunny's match, Sasha and Bianca, Bray and Randy, Asuka and Rhea.
I'd probably say my favorite match of everything. It's hard to say. I just don't find any of it that exciting, to be honest. I maybe
mine's a triple threat.
Yeah, when I think about it, I guess it's sort of like I felt like the triple threat match even was like 7 out of 10. Good job.
Well, I went back and I missed certain points, and I'm like, oh shit, it makes more sense now, because I felt like Roman kind of buried everybody in a little sense at the end, because everybody looked really strong, but when you see the story that they were going for, holy shit, does it make sense?
Yeah.
I just didn't see it in the moment. Maybe you didn't either, but Daniel Bryan has the piece of the chair. Or no, Edge does. Excuse me, Edge does.
Gets it ripped
and he's
out
got
of
it
his
through
hands.
Roman's mouth. And he's pinning Roman, and he's got him completely just done for. That's all there is to it. So now we go ahead, and Roman's just about to tap out. He is right there, just about to tap. And what happens? Daniel Bryan reaches over, grabs his arm, stops him from tapping, and then puts him in his own, lock, puts him in the yes lock, and now Roman is being tortured. He's getting hit with 2 devastating finishers for submissions at the same time. With his left hand, he starts to tap out. He starts to tap out right as they start to headbutt each other.
Right.
So they won. I don't know who would win in that case, but they won. And
he was like tapping out with his foot too, if you notice. It was kind of funny.
and so that's why Roman Reigns really had to go ahead and take them both out at the end. He had to go ahead and make sure that they would be, be the ones to pay.
Okay, I don't understand that really, but I get what he did, and I thought it was a good match. I think I like a lot of the main event matches because they were the main event matches. Like I like that. Sasha and Bianca was all right, and I sort of liked the Owens Sammy thing. I liked the Cesaro thing a little bit, and the Bad Bunny stuff was really kind of nice. But like, it was sort of like one of those things where I felt like about 4 to 5 matches delivered a solid 7.5 out of 10. And those are the matches that I'll check out again at some point, but it still really wasn't like I probably won't really when I'm skimming through the Peacock network, which is annoying as fucking hell to do. The WWE network was so much easier, but when I'm skimming through
it really was easier to navigate. And I don't know if you can see my screen or not. I shared it with you quick so you can see the GIF that I'm talking about. But he's tapping really quick there. That's the best I could get out of that. But so he's tapping with his left hand. Right there you see him tap.
Yeah.
And they're both headbutting each other, but he's also tapping with his foot. So Roman is really, great sell job there. He looks like he's devastated, and that's why he had to concerto and destroy both of them and pin them both at the same time, because they both made him lose. So in his mindset, he was so pissed off that he lost right there that he couldn't just beat one. He had to beat both of them. He had to prove, I am the head of the table, and you will acknowledge me. He couldn't just pin one of them. He had to beat them both because they both made him quit. I was like, damn, why didn't commentary fucking explain this? That was so good. I mean, you look at the reaction of these two here. It really is a good match. It was a few minutes too long, but we never got to that point. We never got to that moment that could have been something truly special. And same thing with the ending here, where you see them really go ahead and they're both getting pinned. You know, it happens over and over and over again. They're getting pinned, and ta-da. And it just, that's it. You know, okay, they should have explained this on commentary. That's why, again, tonight, I don't hate the guy on commentary, but we've had so much worse. We really deserve better. So hopefully this guy either picks up soon or gets fired and they go on.
You become a shit bomb.
Roman said he was going to stack them on top of each other. That's why he did that.
Right.
Not because he tapped to both, lol.
That's what I'm saying, Vinny. Thanks for the $4.99. I don't know what... I think Jake's going into Wonderland with this. But that's okay. I get what he's saying. He still had to do it. He's in the match with both of them, so he can't just beat one guy because then the other guy can say he didn't beat me. So it kind of.
I know, but I'm saying that's the story that they're going to try and go with. This is what I was.
You think
being
so?
told.
I don't. Are you sure?
That's what on Friday night. That's what they're going to try and say, that they were both able to beat him. I would have had him tapped. No, I would have had him tapped, and that would have continued the feud between Daniel Bryan and Edge.
Well, going back to...
Like, you cost me the match. No, I cost you the match. Like, that's what they're going for, so...
Well, my point about this Mania and what your question is, when I'm skimming through Peacock and I'm looking at WrestleManias, it's like, this is not going to be a very fun one to watch from the beginning to the end for me. It's just going to feel like one big, long, same sort of thing. It's not... Even last year... Like last year, I know I'm going to watch Sami Zayn versus Seth, probably going to watch Charlotte versus Rhea, and I'm going to watch the Cena Bray Wyatt thing, and I'm going to watch the Undertaker AJ Styles, and then I'm going to move on. But hey, that's not bad that there's 4 things that I'm interested in taking a look at. That's not bad. That's kind of a win. But as far as this Mania goes, will I care about watching Cesaro get some moment again? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. I might watch this main event and then maybe the Sasha main event, and I'll probably watch Shane get hit in the head with the toolbox again because that cracked me up. I just thought that was the funniest fucking thing. Or no, Shane hitting Braun, rather. So, this is not the worst WrestleMania, but it's in the bottom category. It's... What I don't know. Can we name all the WrestleManias that are worse than 37 now? Like let's all try to name them. I mean, write them down. I don't know. Like Mania
34 is pretty bad. 34 wasn't great.
31 isn't 31 Seth versus Randy Orton?
Yeah, it's got some moments, but I didn't care for Bray and The Undertaker.
Well,
I didn't like Triple H and
Sting.
Sting. That was really pissed me off.
Yeah, I guess you could put 31 in there, but I'd rather put 35 and 34 and
35. I'm just saying, that there hasn't been many great ones. 32 had a few okay matches, but for the most part was trash.
That wasn't good.
33 definitely was not good, especially with The Undertaker.
Was 29 bad? 29
34, the best part was Ronda Rousey's debut.
What about 29?
35 was the Kofi Kingston. 29 had Undertaker and CM Punk. That was great.
Okay, 35, Kofi
and it
Daniel.
had The Rock versus Cena too, which I actually didn't hate as much as some people, especially knowing how badly The Rock injured himself. He ripped every muscle off his fucking body in his abdomen.
All right, so let's go 1 to 10. Let's say 2 is got to be the worst, right? Like 2 is the worst out of the first 10.
WrestleMania 2 out of the first 10.
Maybe 9 is there too.
9 is up there. 9's pretty bad.
It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy good?
33 only had the good moment with the Hardy's return. What else was good?
I would rather have someone kneel on my neck for 9 minutes than have to watch that Raw after Mania again.
Alan Stober, thanks for the $5. See, in a sick way, I like WrestleMania 9 because, like, Hogan is ridiculous in the tag team match. Hogan wins at the end, which I think is funny. Shawn Michaels.
I just hated that. I hated that so much.
It's a horrible thing, but like Shawn Michaels and Tatanka have a great match until it's ruined at the end. But Shawn Michaels and Tatanka have a great match.
I just focus on the match being ruined. So
it was ruined, but yeah, I don't know the atmosphere. So I give.
And I've seen 9 more times than I've ever seen 2. To be honest with you,
yeah.
2 was the Roddy Piper boxing match,
yes,
right?
Yes.
With Mr. T.
Multiple
that was
locations.
Horrible.
They're live from like 3 different.
Yeah, they
locations.
were live from 3 spots, and yeah, it was bad. But 8 wasn't great either.
No, 8 was amazing.
No, 7. Which one's supposed to be Caesar Palace?
9.
Okay, yeah, all right. 9 is the one that I'm definitely thinking of then.
So now let's go from now 11 is one of the worst.
I keep thinking
time.
that's 7. I'm not good with numbers. I always tell you that.
Let's go 10 to 20 now. So 10 to 20. 11 is bad.
11 in Hartford was so disappointing.
I would say 16 is bad.
2000 had its moments, but yeah, the main event, the McMahon in every corner was not good.
But you know what? It's not
17 is one of the best.
Yeah, so 17, 18, 19, I'm not going to touch any one of those.
18 is great.
I don't like
Stone. Rock Hogan is a highlight. 19, the last story of Stone Cold's last hurrah is a match.
Was 23? 23 wasn't the best, but it's not worse than any of these.
No, 23 wasn't that bad. 24 was Edge and Taker, right?
Yep. No, 24. Yeah, 24 was Edge and Taker, Shawn and Flair.
Shawn and Flair. 25 was Undertaker and Shawn.
Yep.
26 was Undertaker and Shawn. Repeat.
So 27's bad.
Was Triple H and Taker. 28 was the Hell in a Cell of Triple H and Taker. 29 was Undertaker and CM Punk. And then 30 was not that great of a night. It had a few, like, really? Daniel Bryan's match with Triple H was really good.
That was good, yeah.
The triple threat match was really good for the main event with Batista and Randy Orton. But you knew that Daniel Bryan was going to win. And it was still a fantastic moment. But the crowd was so deflated by Lesnar winning over the streak losing and being broken.
Mm-hmm.
And with Undertaker losing in such a bad match, that was such a bad match. But it wasn't his fault. He was so concussed and injured. It's so hard to really be upset.
I want to lower 31. I'm lowering it myself because I like the ending or whatever, but
31's ending is one of like the epic WrestleMania memories. When I think back of WrestleMania moments, Seth's heist of the century cash-in was so well done because every time he went to ever cash in, his briefcase was filled with green slime. And it was stolen from him. And every time he went to try and cash in before, Dean Ambrose was there to break it and not let it happen. Dean Ambrose got destroyed by Luke Harper in the IC title match, getting thrown through the ladder. He's injured. Now Seth could cash in. It made sense storyline-wise. Everything fit. The crowd was excited because they hated the idea of the match to begin with. Everyone thought Roman was going to win. Then 2 days before, we found out, oh, wait, Lesnar's re-signed. So people started chanting for Lesnar instead of Roman, and Seth getting in there was like a breath of fresh air.
So I can't quite plot it out right now for everybody, but what I can tell you is this is just my list that I'm starting with. You know, I think, 34, 35, 34 is on there twice for some reason. 34, 35, 36, and so I'm trying to think, like, if 34, 35, 36, 32 are some of the worst ever, 11, 28, 29, 9, 2, 11, 16, 28, 29, 31, and I've got 29
like
on
27 was really bad. 27, that was, which is the one with Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler?
That might be 26 or 27. No, 26 is Bret Hart and Vince. See, that was only saved by Shawn and Undertaker. If they didn't have Shawn and Undertaker.
Bret Hart and Vince was really, really bad. And that was like, exceptionally bad. But yeah, Michael Cole with Jack Swagger taking on Jerry Lawler. That went on forever. Stone Cold was there. It was like almost 20 minutes, or almost 15 minutes long, excuse me. Randy Orton and CM Punk had an okay match, but there really was not much else there because Edge had his match against Alberto Del Rio, and it was really short and shitty, and we couldn't figure out why. And then the next night, he was like, oh, by the way, I got to retire. I was there the next night when he retired in person.
Yeah, you say that like every show, you realize.
Yes, and it still breaks my heart. So, such a shitty match to go out on, and then for him to have that.
I'm going to get you a T-shirt at some point.
It should. Jake says, I was there when Edge retired, but... if Scott Frame can always say how he was there when Daniel Bryan retired,
nobody knows who Scott Frame is. Who's Scott Frame?
The viewer of the show. He's been watching for years.
I know, I'm kidding, but nobody knows who he is.
Well, I'm saying every time I talk to him, it always reminds me that he was there.
I don't
Daniel
see him.
Bryan.
Is he still watch?
Yeah.
Has he been in the chat?
Not in a while, but he always watches the shows.
Oh, I didn't know if maybe that's something he says in the chat. Otherwise, I'm like, what the hell is he talking about?
No. When he used to call in, he used to bring it up all the time.
So this has got to be...
But it has been a while, so...
This has got to be worked over better. But... Because I got to be honest, the 30 ones, I barely remember. They all just blur together as suck. And I actually like 11 better than most of these. And the reason is because of nostalgia. Because I was 11 years old and it was fun. Even though it sucked, it was still fun.
Well, 27 had that huge waste of time, too, because they had The Rock go out there and he talked forever to make fun of Cena. And then he came out again at one point. And then The Undertaker and Triple H had that no-holds-barred match, which was good, but it was really, really long. And it had some parts, like up until the end where they got really brutal, then it was good. But it was nothing compared to what him and Shawn did, which they tried to top. Then after that, they had that stupid Snooki match, the triple threat. And then The Miz and John Cena was a terrible main event that got restarted because The Rock said this main event sucks. And then The Miz was severely concussed and almost died for a stupid barricade spot. And he won and could barely celebrate. So 27 is horrible.
All right, so right now I've got... And now some of these aren't in order yet. Like 34, 35, 32. And then I have 11, 27, 28, 29... And then I put 37. So I'm putting 37 pretty low. But, like, I don't think... Well, I think 2 and 9 are probably worse.
2 and 9 might be worse, but all right.
I still like them better, though.
34, right? 33 wasn't even that bad. At least we had the return of the Hardys. 34, I think the only saving grace to this show is one match. There's 14 matches. I think one match is good. And that's the debut of Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey with Triple H and Stephanie. That's a 20-minute match. It's the longest match on the show, the most minutes. And it's also probably the best received. Problem was, it was the 7th match, and there were 3 matches on the pre-show. So really it was the 4th match in out of 14 matches. So the show was just way too long. And it just, there was 10 on the main show. That's a lot.
Yeah.
We had The Undertaker and Cena, which was less than 3 minutes. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon teamed up. That was when Daniel Bryan finally made his return. So instead of having this great singles match, Dan teams up with good old Shane O'Mac against KO and Sami Zayn, who fought this year. Nia Jax beat Alexa Bliss. Remember, she was the bullied victim.
Yep.
With Mickie James. AJ defeated Shinsuke, but it ended up being where Shinsuke low-blowed him, and that was really embarrassing for the heel turn. Shinsuke wins the Rumble and then has a really shitty match with AJ. Braun Strowman had Nicholas, whom he raped in a hotel later, defeat Cesaro and Sheamus for the tag titles, and then Lesnar defeated Roman Reigns. They had Roman be built back up after beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33. Roman was pushed all year to this point, and then he loses to Roman Reigns for no reason. It was one of the most confusing booking situations ever. And then I was excited for Finn Balor, and he came out doing the whole gay pride fitness for everyone thing with the Miz and Seth Rollins, and Seth, he retained the IC title, so, or he won it from the Miz, I think.
So
and Asuka lost to Charlotte too. So what a really terrible show.
Yeah, I don't remember. I see when it gets down to those 30 ones, they matter so little to me that I just kind of lump them all into like, no, that sucks, I guess. And I'd rather I'm more, and this is my personal list, I'm more entertained by the failures of the early
34
90s.
had more than one good match. The triple threatic title was good. Charlotte Asuka was good. Just cause Charlotte won doesn't make it bad.
Izai, thanks for the $3, Izai. WrestleMania 34. Yeah, I got 34. I did not like 34. I don't know.
I mean, there was nothing good on 34. I literally just went through it all. What was one good match? Jinder Mahal in the Fatal 4-Way winning against Orton, Bobby Roode, and Rusev.
Charlotte and Asuka. You said Charlotte and Asuka was good.
I didn't even think that was good. I couldn't stand that match. Asuka wins the Women's Rumble, and then she gets
one
beat
match.
by Charlotte.
I can name every other WrestleMania is better. Like WrestleMania 9 is better.
That's what I'm saying. The only thing I liked was the Ronda Rousey debut.
Last year's
from
Mania
that show
is
with Kurt
arguably
Angle.
better than this year's, even with COVID. Edge Orton. The cinematic matches. Rollins Owens.
Edge Orton was terrible, so you shouldn't have said that one. But Big G, I agree that it's arguably better last year. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Is I don't think I'll ever turn this WrestleMania on and watch anything from it really. But I'd turn on last year's WrestleMania to see The Undertaker AJ.
Yeah, I have. I've gone back for a few things. I went back and watched Seth and Owens. I went back and I watched Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. I went back and watched The Fiend, Firefly Funhouse. And I watched the Boneyard match. WrestleMania 33, I've gone back and I rewatched The Undertaker's match just to see how bad it was after the Last Ride documentary. I also watched Brock and Goldberg because that was pretty chaotic.
Yeah, so these are the 16.
But 35 we said was bad, and 35 was another one that was really disappointing because it had a crap ton of matches, 4 in the pre-show, but 16 total, so 12 live. The main event was Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, and Charlotte Flair. Becky won both belts, so she was Becky 2 belts, but the pinfall was interrupted, so she didn't really win. She didn't really pin Ronda Rousey, and we never got any resolution from it. We randomly had the Demon Finn Balor come out and face Bobby Lashley in a 4-minute squash match. Baron Corbin defeated Kurt Angle in his final goodbye farewell fucking match. Triple H and Batista had a pretty bad no-holds-barred match. There's a few spots that are okay from it, but for the most part, it was very silly, plotting, and slow. Like pulling the nose ring out and stuff was cool, but most of it sucked. Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio, that was ridiculous. That was a minute long.
A shit bomb.
I liked the IC title at 34 and the Ronda match, but other than that I find it to be very forgettable even with Brian Shame.
I liked the IC title 34 and the Ronda match. Yeah, Ronda match was the best thing. And that I find to be forgettable. Yeah, the Bryan winning the belt, that ladder match was nice, and really it ended up being Ronda. We said that then. We were like, fucking Ronda's the best match. Just like Bad Bunny might be the only thing I go back and watch of this
Mania.
Mania.
The best part of every WrestleMania is Sasha Banks. I'd what she did this year cause I didn't watch it, but I bet it was the best part.
She was one of the best.
Porn.
One of the best things at 35 was Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight title, and that was on the pre-show. Carmella, Sarah Logan was crap. Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder defeating the Revival was crap. Remember, they finally broke their streak.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman beat Colin Jost in that 30-man Andre the Giant Battle Royal. The guys from SNL that he destroyed the car from. So that was embarrassing. Seth opened up the show and almost died from a heart attack before he faced Brock Lesnar. AJ Styles beat Randy Orton in the audience couldn't see because the lights were blinding people. The Usos defeated Aleister Black and Ricochet's debut at Mania, along with Rusev, Nakamura, The Bar, Cesaro, and Sheamus. Shane McMahon defeated The Miz in a Falls Count Anywhere match when The Miz should have won No reason the Miz should have lost. Shane attacked his father and embarrassed him and turned heel. The Iconics won the tag titles, which was okay, but really the only good thing, like I said, besides the minute match from Samoa Joe where he choked out Rey Mysterio, was Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan. It was 23 minutes long.
Yep.
I believe it was the second longest match of the night.
And that's the only thing I'll go back and watch.
Triple H and Batista.
That's like the only thing I'll go back and watch.
Yes, that moment, unveiling the new belt that wasn't the environmental belt, and having, you know, the New Day by his side, his kids coming to the ring, cheering, it was so emotional. It was great.
Miz and Shane was kind of nice. Yeah, I kind of did like that a little bit. I liked Miz and Shane.
You liked Miz and Shane? See, I couldn't stand that,
Yeah.
especially the finish where
that.
they fell off the scaffolding.
Yeah.
I thought that was ridiculous because the Miz should have just landed on top of him then. We couldn't even get that.
It was all, I mean, I remember he suplexed him or something too, didn't he? It was crazy.
Well, he suplexed him backwards, but instead of just knocking him off, he went down onto himself.
Yeah, it was kind of it's still a little dangerous because of how far they were, and they could have cracked skulls. Like, it was.
Yeah, I mean.
But I remember that we did say, like, yeah, especially you, but we did say it was like, yeah, that was kind of lame,
dangerous.
Because I thought what they did before that was pretty good, but then they led up to when they got there, it was like, oh, because when they went into they went into the foreign announcers and stuff, and that shit was pretty good. But then again, when it led up to that and whatever, I'm not saying I loved it or anything, but I would probably watch that again. So, you know, I always go by would I watch that again, and that's something I'd watch again. But definitely, it was really just Bryan and Kofi. I mean, everything else was. You know, and I got this.
And that was such a stellar match. And if you go back to WrestleMania 36 last year, it was in 2 nights. They did it well with that. But Cesaro and Gulak as the opening was quick but good. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross for the tag champs against Asuka and Kairi Sane. That was a fun women's tag match. I'm not going to go through all of them, but there were a lot of matches that I liked.
We got to get out of here. This is crazy.
Yeah. So,
what are we doing?
But you know, I really enjoyed. The Firefly Funhouse. I liked the Street Profits tag match. The only one that I didn't really like from last year, especially, was Edge and Randy Orton. Otis and Ziggler had that feel good moment where Otis made out with Mandy Rose. Aleister Black beat Bobby Lashley, so that was cool. Charlotte shouldn't have won, but her and Rhea Ripley had a great match that ended in a crazy submission. And Liv Morgan defeated Natalya, so you thought she was going to go places, but that didn't go anywhere. So
I am going to watch WrestleMania 11 tonight just to laugh. I'm going to go to bed and watch WrestleMania 11 because it's the best horrible WrestleMania. Like, I can see, I'm more entertained by how bad it is than the 30s ones. They're just not. They're insufferable. But like 11 is funny to me, and 9 is funny because it's so ridiculous. So they entertain me a lot more. 2 is not as entertaining. 2 is kind of like WrestleMania 2 kind of reminds me of like today, nowadays, but back in the 80s. It was just like, what? Like King Kong Bundy and Hogan and shit. Like, oh, just there was so many things. If you go back and watch WrestleMania 2, guys, anybody listening right now, you can really draw some parallels to today where you're like, yeah, this wasn't very good. But it's also older, so it's slower paced and, you know, it's more boring and stuff like that, like watching
Will
an old
Undertaker
movie.
hanging Boss Man at 15 be taken off? I hope not.
I
That
don't
was
know.
one best things about that Mania.
Man, I don't know if that was the best thing about Mania that year, but it was insane, I will say that. Alexa, sweet ass, thanks for the $3. I remember thinking, like, is he dead? Oh my God, they killed the boss man. And then, you know, somebody like JR or somebody said it's symbolic of, you know, they tried to clearly make it seem like, well, it's symbology or some kind of symbolicness. Like they tried to throw that in there, but is it
the symbolism? They were trying to go for the symbolism.
But as a 15-year-old, I was like, dude, they're killing the boss man. What is this? Anyway, we're out of here. We got to get out of here. I'm super up against it. We love you all. Thanks. Hit Jacob.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was as late as it was. Sorry, I ramble forever. But guys, thank you, and I do appreciate it. I'm sorry that I do inadvertently cut Joe off at times, but Discord makes it exceptionally hard. I don't want there to be dead air. You got to kind of try and judge when he's not talking for us. It's Discord's difficult, but it's still better than Skype.
Oh, and I don't think we talked over each other.
No, every now and again it happens, but still, it's on my end usually with a delay. But thank you guys for a great night. I really don't know what to give Raw still. Really quick, flashing through, was there any match that stood out? I didn't like the Bobby Lashley match. I'm happy that the Viking Raiders are back.
2 out of 10.
Really short.
2 out of 10, brother.
Yeah, I mean, the Rhea Ripley match was disappointing from last night. Same thing with Damian Priest's handicap match. The women's tag was boring. No, there's nothing. Kofi and Xavier's match was pretty crap, and then the triple threat all came down to the end. I guess that would be the best match, but I'll give the show a 2.5.
I Love Toes donated, but the donation thing is all froze up. My computer's freezing. Says, I've got a soft spot for WrestleManias with long ramps. I know, I always thought the same thing, my friend. Because most favorite part of WrestleMania entrances, favorite match at WrestleMania has been Shawn Michaels, Triple H. Yeah, I mean, I always think of the long ramps because I was 8 years old, and even WrestleMania 5. But I think of even WrestleMania 8 when Ultimate Warrior had to make that huge run down the ramp, and WrestleMania 5, and even Trump Plaza Hotel at Donald Trump's place. When he hosted Mania, that was just the spectacle, the size, the flash bulbs. I was 5 years old when I saw WrestleMania 5. Or I might have been a little bit older, actually. But it was like around that time that I loved those big entrances. And it was funny because once we got a little bit older, they went away from that and they had all the small entrances. WrestleMania 9 was a longer ramp. But WrestleMania 10 was in New York at that short ramp. WrestleMania 11 was regular kind of. So, and then you started missing those long ramps, and then we got the long ramps back when the business started booming again. So, dude, wrestling's been a part of our lives for a long time. Wrestling's been a part of my life since I was 5 years old, and I'm 36. So I've been watching wrestling now for over 30 years, which is crazy to me. And all the way into becoming a teenager in the Attitude Era, like a lot of you guys out there. And, there's a lot of new fans out there or younger fans who started watching in the last 5, 10 years, 15 years. And you guys still seem new to me when you say, I started watching in 2000 or I started watching in 2003. It's like, I'm like, what? Jesus Christ, you're a noob. Because I started watching in 1988. So it's like, it's weird to me.
Yeah, I know. I was a year old then. I know I started like early 90s, 92, 93, maybe even 94. Like I said, my step-grandfather at that point in time was so big into wrestling, and we started going to local promotions and going to wrestling, and it was great. Go to the fairs, all of it.
Yeah, and I'm still young. There's older people in the audience listening going like, Jesus, fuck you, Joe. I watched the Von Erichs, or I watched fucking Flair and NWA.
Well, he would watch a lot of NWA. Mm-hmm. He didn't watch much WCW though, so that Smoky Mountain.
A lot of Bruno Sammartino people too, and like we missed that. I really came in right as the Hulkamania train had been running, So, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there. You guys have watched a lot of wrestling in the 70s and 80s, early 80s and 70s that we don't talk about a lot here because I just wasn't there for it. But I've gone back and I've seen a lot of that stuff too. But it's funny because a lot of the younger generation, they go back and they talk about it all the time. They talk about the late 80s and the 90s all the time, the new generation. But I don't go back a lot and talk about the 70s or the early 80s much at all. So it's interesting. So even though I do give this amazing respect to the younger people like Rojas, who's 18, but he like knows about all this shit, even like little intricate things from the 90s. He'll be like, yeah, there was an episode.
I totally forgot he was on hold.
Oh, I forgot too. He'll be like, oh, there was an episode of Livewire where Todd Pettengill, and I'm like, what the fuck? How do you know that?
I know he knows. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm not just being the wise ass. He genuinely blows me away sometimes with the statistic and stats that he knows. He's like, oh, this one's been on a reign for 74 days this time. The previous reign was 29 days, and this happened in October of 1982. I'm like, oh.
I wonder if he's passed out. Rojas, if you're here, man, I mean, we're ending the show, but give us a couple points here, I guess, because we left you on hold forever. Well, he took his mute off, but I don't hear him. Oh, I hear him clicking, though. I hear, like...
I think he's working on it in the interim.
He put the thing in the wrong hole.
Creepy sons of bitches.
All right,
Sons of
Dr.
bitches. He did make a pretty definitive case the other day about WrestleMania, so that was good. But I'm curious, to see how we finalize this list. This list is pretty good. So
yeah, I'm gonna work on finalizing this list of the worst WrestleManias. But yeah, so far I've got 34, 35, 32, 27, 28, 29, then 37, 11, 9, 2, 16, 7, 36.
37 I wouldn't put on the list, honestly. I think night 1 was like an 8. Night 2 was like a 6.5, maybe even a 7. But when you put them both together, it's less, obviously. But night 1 was pretty stellar.
I don't think I'd put it as high up as I have it, but I don't.
I don't think it should be on the negative list, especially when you think of
it
what
might
makes
not
a
be
bad
on the negative.
WrestleMania.
Well, because it's not. But wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. It's close. Right now I have it in the 10 spot. It could go lower. I mean, it probably will go lower because I think 33 is worse, and I don't have that up there. So it'll probably make number 11 or 12.
Yeah, 33 was no doubt bad.
That's
the Hardy
point.
Boys coming back was pretty much the highlight of that. But
that's my point, though, is like it looks like to me 37, WrestleMania 37 the other night is probably going to make my list somewhere around the 13th worst WrestleMania. That's not too bad. I mean, it's not. It could be worse, for whatever. I don't find a lot of this stuff exciting, like of what I saw. And I got excited for Bianca Belair, kind of. Although maybe I'm mad because she blocked me and I can't get over that. I don't know.
Could be. I mean, how much does it suck that Peyton Royce is there in the back last night?
Not doing
fully
anything.
Dressed on the stage, both nights. And just, not going to be utilized. Nothing.
Oh, I bet you she was utilized.
Oh, I'm sure she was, but...
Rojas, you there, brother? I think something's wrong.
I know he wanted to talk before. I apologize.
I'm sorry, Rojas. Well, Rojas, call back during the week, man. Or you hit me up on Twitter, though, man, because I might record something tomorrow. Maybe we can talk a little wrestling. We really got to get out of here, though. We're really fucking going.
Yeah, we definitely got to get out. I know Bullfrog was saying he's still banned, but I don't think everybody realizes, too, that the JCS chat is gone. Even I don't have permission to chat in it. It's gone.
Yeah,
Chat's gone.
I got rid of the chat on Discord, so nobody's blocked on Discord. I got rid of the chat. There's no way to chat. Only I can chat. And that was because people just couldn't stop being cunts. So you can be on the shows. You're all still on my Discord, and you're all still listed, and you're all still coming on. But right now, there's just no chat. Maybe I'll bring it back at some point once I mod it better. But right now, it's not there. But you didn't do anything. You guys are fine. It's just I just literally shut it off.
It was just because hundreds of people come to me. Then I'm supposed to go to you about it, and you don't know what's legitimate. And if someone is being harassed, no one wants that. But it was just a constant he said, she said argument and nonsense and BS, and we got enough to deal with. So
yeah, fuck that shit.
We can't police everything.
Peace out. Thanks for subbing, man. Hit the like. Let's get to 300 likes if we can. I mean, God, what are we doing? Hit me with the right back rap.
Me more. Yeah, feed me more. Let's go. Let's go. Turn my microphone up. Turn my headphones up. Turn my fucking headphones up. Where's a picture of me? Put a picture of me on the fucking screen right now. Come on, do it. I swear to God, you're gonna fucking rue the day that you talked about me, Joe Cronin. And I'm gonna seriously fucking crush your skull. Do you understand me? Yeah. What's that? What's that? It's the Ryback rap. What's that? What's that? Who's that? Yo, it's the Ryback rap. What's that? Yo, who's that? What's that? Yo, it's the Ryback rap. What's that? Get out the way. You're probably gay. Ryback rap. How about that? push your head into the mat and it goes splat. You're not ready for this shell shock, and you got a tiny cock. It's the Ryback rap, the Ryback rap. I'm not talking crap, so how about that? I get the Ryback rap, Ryback rap. So stop talking shit, you're full of crap. Finish it, finish this, finish it. You're a bitch, you're a bitch. Yo, it's the Ryback rap. You talking crap? Go to Amazon and buy my stash. The Ryback rap. I'm gonna crush your skull in a pit of spikes. It's the Ryback rap. Yeah, it's the Ryback rap. It's the Ryback rap. Hey Pat Buck, I'm gonna fuck you up. It's the Ryback rap. Don't talk back. If you do, yeah, your head will go splat. It's the Ryback rap. Finish it, shell shock. Superman is what women call my dick. In the bedroom, it is large and in charge. Yeah, it's the Ryback rap. Yeah, it's the Ryback rap. I'm coming for that ass. Yeah, so join my fitness class. It's the Ryback rap. It's the Ryback rap. Finish it. Hey, Joe Cronin, I'm not even fucking done with you. I'm gonna fuck you up, Joe Cronin. I'm gonna snap your neck. Snap your freaking neck. Do you wanna buy my products? Do you wanna buy my all-natural supplements? Feedmemore.com. Yeah, we're talking about supplement stacks. We're talking about all of my products. Yeah, finish it. We're talking about my shell shock extreme back bend the fuck over.
But no, you still didn't want to do that.
Chad.
Oh my god.
Get down. Shut up.
What are you doing, bro? What are you doing to me, bro?
Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. What's your name? Wait, tell me what's your name.
My name is JD.
Shut the fuck up.
But you told me.
Shut up. Bend over. I want you to bend the fuck over.
My cat's on my lap, though. I don't want to bend over.
Shut up and bend over.
Okay. Oh my god, my ass! My ass! What are you doing to my ass?
Oh, yeah. Oh, shell shock. Finish it.
Oh my god, don't finish it. Please don't finish it.
I'm gonna finish it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
Gurgle, 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 gurgle.
Thing! Oh, if you don't like it, stop watching. And then somebody else says, I am stopping watching. And then the ratings come out and the ratings are down. And then somebody else on Twitter says, well, the world is changing. People aren't watching on cable anymore. The ratings don't matter. They're on like YouTube and shit. Oh yeah? Then why are the ratings on other TV shows beating them? And why do ratings on other TV shows go up? If they don't matter. Why are there empty seats in the arenas over the last 4 years when there hadn't been ever before? Why did the WWE damn near sell out all the time, or at least 85% sold out at every show? But yet, 3 years ago, we started a trend of tarping off sections. Fucking post-WrestleMania Raw I have ever seen in my fucking life! In my fucking life! I could put each other than these three fucking dipshits of fuck. You got fucking token douche guy white man Corey Graves. You got fucking Carlton Byron Saxon. And now you got fucking ass kisser from ESPN Canada, or wherever he's from. Sounds like another Michael Cole clone. Fucking Tom Phillips, Todd Pettingale, fucking Aziz Asamalahala, and fucking Corey bullshit, and fucking throw it up in the air and kick it until it goes 100 miles an hour straight into Linda McMahon's pussy. That's what I want to do. Straight into fucking Linda McMahon's fucking pussy. I'll start a fucking fire down here and throw fucking water and shit all over my mixer. I'll set my whole fucking house ablaze and my whole fucking family ablaze and everything I care about ablaze because I can't stand this shit anymore. I swear to God, if you take Jake DeMarco you back Easter 2022, and I'll be wearing a bunny suit, and I'll be sporting a chainsaw, and I will fucking cut you and eat you live on Sunday Mass for the fucking 15,000 old fucks who still watch PBS. Someday he'll come again. Oh, I hope he does. And I'll do it in front of Vince McMahon. I'll eat Christ in front of Vince McMahon. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Oh, they're never going to hire you now, Joe. Oh, I hope he does. And I'll do it in front of Vince McMahon. I'll eat Christ in front of Vince McMahon. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Oh, they're never going to hire you now, Joe. They never would anyway. They never would anyway. You want to play games with me, WWE? You want to fucking sat 10 feet and watch Sasha Banks train to be a wrestler? And I watch guy after guy after guy, including the fucking goddamn Viking Raiders, get a shot. 15 years I traveled to Atlanta, Florida,
Thank you,
New
D.
York,
Welsh.
Boston, multiple companies.
D. Welsh
and
clipped
this
all of these.
cocksucker from ESPN just rolls in and gets put on national TV, and he sounds like a fucking twat. And did you call Drew McIntyre the Celtic Warrior? The fucking Celtic Warrior? You fucking idiot! The fucking Celtic Warrior! You fucking stupid fucking idiot! Fuck! Fuck you! Oh, that's some damn. Would you like a drink, Vince McMahon? Oh, that's some damn good shit. Oh, that's some damn good shit, yo, let me tell ya. Yeah, it's real good, Vince. Oh, it's so good, Vince. Let me tell you something. Vince McMahon! Would you like a drink, Vince McMahon? Oh, that's some damn good shit. Oh, that's some damn good shit, yo, let me tell ya. Yeah, it's real good, Vince. Oh, it's so good, Vince. Let me tell you something. Let you have a drink. Hey, Vince. Ha ha ha. Hey, Vince, why don't you have a drink, huh? There
you go, have a fucking drink. Oh, it smells like your fucking shitty fucking ideas.
You straight in the fucking Linda McMahon's. Aziza Samalahala and fucking Corey Graves, fucking Byron Hala, water and shit all over my mixer. 100 miles an hour straight into Linda McMahon's pussy. That's what I want to do. Straight into fucking Linda McMahon's fuck anyway. Come again. Oh, I hope he does. And I'll do it in front of Vince McMahon. I'll eat Christ in front of Vince McMahon. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Oh, and they're never going to hire you now, Joe. The 15,000 old fucks who still watch PBS. Someday he'll come again. Oh, I hope he does. And I'll do it in front of Vince McMahon. I'll eat Christ in front of Vince McMahon. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Oh, and they're never gonna hire you now, Joe. They never would anyway. They never would anyway. You want to play games with me, WWE? You want to play games with one of the greatest fucking announcers that's going right now on the indies for 15 years? I could beat Bobby the Brain Heenan, but I'd beat Joe Cronin much better than that. I could be your play-by-play guy. I could be your color guy. I'll be your fucking Huckleberry, motherfucker. You bring on these fucking three motherfucking sad individuals. Corey Graves with his fucking tweener comments that are lame and I don't believe them. Byron Saxon is exactly who you never want to be friends with. Byron Saxon is the guy at the party that sees the girl getting raped and goes, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. That's the type of person Byron Saxon is. And guess what? Corey Graves is the one to do it. And the new announcer, the new guy with his little fucking tuxedo thing from ESPN, yeah, I can't even say on YouTube what he does. I can't even say on YouTube what he does, but I know Vince McMahon will want a picture of it. I know that. I know that very well. Tony Khan, are you blind, brother? Are you blind, brother? Because this is where the big boys come to play. 60 million views on YouTube, and I'm nobody. 60 million views on YouTube. I saw Catman tweet out earlier the other day, oh man, 10,000 or 5,000 views. Oh, live concurrent viewers. Let me know when you get 20,000, brother. Let me know when you get 20,000, brother. I'll entertain these fucking people. If Raw can't do it, I'll do it. If Raw can't do it, I'll do it. What, are you going to bring me to AEW so I can sit in the ring with that chump who's overweight with a broken leg? Oh, he's so great. Eddie Kingston can cut a promo. Eddie Kingston can cut a promo. The only thing Eddie Kingston can do is cut cocaine and sell it so his mom gets a meal. That's all he can do. That's all Eddie Kingston can do. Oh, I love my mother. I love my mother. Yeah, you sure do, you sick fuck. You're lucky that Tony Khan is paying that medical bill, because without Tony Khan, you hurt yourself on the indies, brother, you'd be selling a lot more than the white powder of God, brother. You'd be selling a lot more than that. I'm talking about sucking dick and selling angel dust. You nasty New York piece of trash, Eddie Kingston. And the WWE, they got nothing. They got nobody that can cut a promo in WWE. Nobody that can cut a promo in WWE. Cody Rhodes can't even win a title in AEW because he's too busy following around some guy with a BLM sign sniffing his asshole for the turds that fall out. Fuck this fucking company. Fuck WWE. Fuck Raw. Fuck everything. Fuck this.
fucking company. This is who you put on fucking commentary after all my years at Killer Kowalski's? I fucking sat 10 feet and watched.
You gotta dominate the other retard, you know?
Queefy sons of bitches.